crafty with a stat here for us. It's 20-0 Colts at halftime in that game against the Miami Dolphins, and the Colts have scored on every possession they've had in the first half. That has not happened since Peyton Manning in 2006. Daniel Jones has led an offense to a stat line that has not been seen in Indianapolis since Peyton Manning was there. Absorb that. Absorb it. Just absorb that knowledge. That's a thing. That's a real stat that is actually there in the world. It's been spoken into the ether. Meanwhile, the Giants had 8 downs to score a touchdown and came away with 3 points. And we seem to just love throwing screens. What's changed for Daniel Jones? What's changed for Daniel Jones? And what hasn't changed with the New York Giants? Let's think about that. Let's ruminate over this, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? You and I, we're here. We're just a couple of guys or girls out there. But let's just have a little discussion here. Brian Daboll and Mike Kapka still with the New York Giants. Daniel Jones now with the Colts and Shane Steichen. Daniel Jones playing very well, efficiently, scoring points. The New York Giants playing exactly as they did with Daniel Jones there.
Are you ready to rep your team like never before? Then it's time to gear up at the Stay Tuned Sports Merch store, where we have everything you need to flex your fanhood in style. Throw it back with our exclusive 8-bit NFL helmet tees. Pixelated perfection for the old school football fanatic. Need something cozy for kickoff? Our Stay Tuned hoodies are built for bold fans and chilly Sundays. Decorate your den with championship banners that scream victory, because legends deserve a wall of fame. And for those early morning hot takes, grab a Stay Tuned coffee mug, or better yet, brew up a cup of our very own Stay Tuned coffee. Smooth, strong, and made for those perfect football Sunday mornings. So whether you're tailgating, couch coaching, or just vibing with your crew, we've got the gear to keep you tuned in. Head to bit.ly/StayTunedMerch right now and level up your fan game. Stay loud, stay proud, stay tuned.
Do you think that this is that first step to... Is this a putting the toe in the water to see the reaction, to see what people say about ostensibly bringing back the Redskins uniform just without the logo, to see what people's reaction are? And if you've read underneath any of the social media where Washington went ahead and posted this, because they posted it, obviously the NFL posted it, and a lot of the other reporters, Ari Miroff, Ian Rappaport, or your usual NFL people. Under all of those, people have been giving their reactions. So you think that this was a toe in the water situation?
I mean, I've been saying for a couple of years that that they'll eventually be the Redskins again. But yes, I kind of think that as far as today goes.
I had a thought, because here's the thing. I have a thought. It's very similar to yours, and it is along that case of this country lost its collective mind in 2020. Yes. Like, if you look at just between everything, if you look at what happened in just the year of 2020, now that we're 4 years beyond that, looking back, kind of maybe collecting a sense of common sense again, and I think that's the thing, is that looking back on it now, overreacted on a lot of things. There was a lot of shit that was going on.
Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Welcome, everybody, to Stay Tuned Sports, here for Sunday Night Football, where the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be taking on the New York Football Giants, the battle of winless teams. Somebody's got to win this game. Somebody is going to go down 0-3. Boy, you got to figure the Chiefs ain't going to be one of those teams that go down 0-3. They don't seem to be, again, now that the Chargers have won, again, they squeaked it out against Denver. Denver kind of got bit in the ass 2 weeks in a row by a last-second field goal. At least there was no leverage this time on it. But, again, the Chargers go 3-0 up in the division and 3-0 up against three division opponents. So not only are they up 3-0, but they're up 3-0 in division play. If the Chiefs go down 0-3, you're talking about being 3 games behind a division rival. As you start out the season, you're already way behind the 8 ball, and then they play Baltimore next week. So this is as must-win of a game as Kansas City's ever had in the last several years that we can remember. And I got to tell you, I don't have a lot of confidence in the Giants. Being a Giants fan, that I am, love the Giants, been watching the Giants my whole life. The Giants at home in prime time. I've been saying this all along. This has blowout written all over it for me. With the Chiefs are going to blow out the Giants. I said the Chiefs win by 24 or more points for the last week. To anybody who hear me, I would be pleasantly surprised if that doesn't happen. But I'm not holding my breath for it in the case that it doesn't. Also, the Giants' opponent last week, the Cowboys, they got blown out by the absolute booty cheek that is the Chicago Bears, that many people in the chat, which we have right now, Crafty, Hamster, Lloyd, all our guys in there, thank you so much for joining us. They were saying that they thought the Bears should have been in the Booty Cheeks 5 that me and Jimbo have every week. That's not going to happen this week because they put belt to ass of the Dallas Cowboys. Very interesting. Hamster in the chat says Giants 15-2 season starts now. I don't know about that. Crafty in the chat talking about the Colts are 3-0 for the first time since 2009. Again, I saw the stats there today. Daniel Jones, and this was a stat that was brought up on NBC. Daniel Jones is the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era, by the way. So 1966, we're going all the way back to, that has started the season with 3 touchdown passes, 3 running touchdowns, no turnovers whatsoever. Again, first quarterback or only quarterback in the Super Bowl era. I don't know how far back it goes beyond that, but the only quarterback in the Super Bowl era to have that particular stat line. And I know you can make stats say whatever you want, but the fact that we're still looking at Daniel Jones being Daniel Jones, being a great quarterback that I always knew that he was. That other Giants fans always just were trying to throw him out of town, get rid of him. And I'm like, listen, the guy has talent. He's good. Look at all the raw ability he has. And I just love it because as each week goes by, I get proven more and more and more correct. And if there's one thing I love in the world more than anything, it's being proven correct because I'm smart, and I'm smarter than everybody else, at least in that one aspect. So I think back to seeing all the videos made. I remember Urinating Tree made a video about how Daniel Jones sucks, and the Giants need to get rid of him, and he's the worst thing in the world, and all that stuff. And 10 million other videos were made by other people pretty much echoing the same thing. Giants fans were always calling into Sports Talk Radio, talking about how once we get rid of Daniel Jones, everything's going to be fine. We got to get rid of him. He's dead weight, and then move on from there, and blah, blah, blah. It feels gratifying to know that all of those supposed super smart people, super geniuses, that I was right. Checking out the chat again. Crafty in the chat says the Giants be like, man, we should draft someone like that. Oh wait, yeah, no. Again, kind of feels like the Cowboys traded away Micah Parsons, or the Giants letting go of Saquon Barkley, or the Giants letting go of Xavier McKinney. A lot of things happen like that, And I'll tell you what, the Giants lose tonight. The Giants go 0-3, and either Russell Wilson doesn't have a good game, or whatever the case is, which is again very much a possibility here. I gotta tell you, I don't know when. Everybody, by the way, is picking Kansas City. 60% of America are picking Kansas City, and all of the experts, but just the talking heads on NBC, are picking Kansas City. Probably not bad. Again, like I said, I think Kansas City is clearly the better team. Yeah, they're 0-2 against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles, which have the referees on their side, as we saw in today's game. The refs, man, those hoes ain't loyal. And they are now clearly on the Eagles' side of things. I'm not going to begrudge Kansas City too much. And again, even with the Chargers, they came back in that game and made it a closer game than what it seemed like for most of that game. So I think when we look at Kansas City, people are seeing them at 0-2, but they're 0-2 against a 3-0 Chargers team and a 3-0 Eagles defending championship team. You think the Giants have a chance to go up and battle against these people because they happen to go toe-to-toe with a clearly now obviously very bad Cowboys team, in which they still lost that game to a team that got blown up by the fucking Bears today? And we're going to sit here and pretend with each other that the Giants have a fucking chance in this game? Come on. Come on. Let's be honest with each other. The only drama that's in this game is if fucking Taylor shows up. If she's there or not. That's the only drama that's in this entire fucking thing. Is my wonderful, beautiful Taylor Swift going to be there or not? I don't know. We'll see. I put the Taylor counter up there anyway, just in case. Plus, it's nice to see. Plus, if Pecan comes and visits the chat, he'll see her there, and once again, just like I do, he'll feel very comfortable and at home. Hamster he's beating the drum of saying that the upset is coming. Yeah, but you also said the Falcons were good, and they got shut out by the fucking Panthers today, buddy. So. And the kicker, who you replaced Younghoe Koo with, and then you cut Younghoe Koo this week, missed 2 field goals today. On top of everything else, like your judgment is compromised, Hamster. Crafty in the chat says if Wilson returns to week 1 form, he'll be bored off the field at halftime. So will Brian Dable. Brian Dable might be fired at halftime if that happens, and I hope he's not going to be. In my mind, he would be. He should have already been fired. But Mara will keep him on for the whole year. The Giants will go fucking 2-15, 1-16, and Mara won't fire him until like fucking April after the draft for some fucking reason, because that's just how fucking Mara is. And he will fire Dable, but not fire Shane. Like, that's the kind of incompetence that I'm feeling and waiting for when it comes to the Giants. Hamster says it's one game they'll bounce. I hope so. I hope so for your sake. But there's see, this is the thing. There's like losses. There's bad losses. You get things. All right, bad game. You shake it off. Do whatever. Getting shut out 30-0 by a team that many people consider to be one of, if not the worst team in the NFL. Again, the Panthers were in my Booty Cheeks 5. I think, were they in Jimbo's too? Let's check the vertical board. Where's the Booty Cheeks here? No, he didn't have the Panthers in there, surprisingly. I did. I had the Panthers there at 30. Because I think that's where they legitimately belong. Boy, the Saints, I was thinking about moving the Saints out of the Booty Cheeks. That's not going to be the case, as they got just smashified by the Seattle Seahawks. Hamster saying he called the Browns pick and the Dolphins, and all y'all left. Well, again, the Dolphins did lose, but you did win. You covered, so I guess that one goes for you. The Browns one was interesting because, again, nobody saw the Browns coming. Like the Packers, like I remember even to going back to our fellow YouTuber I watch all the time, obviously Brandon Perna. I'm sure everybody is familiar with him, Tom Grossi, those guys. In his picks or in his power rankings, he has his curse wheel, and the curse wheel landed on the Packers for this week, and he was like, "Really, the Packers and Browns? I think the curse wheel's broken." Turns out, I think the curse wheel is actually not broken. I think the curse wheel is very much active there for old Brandon Perna. But I mean, honestly, I don't know anybody outside of maybe the Browns players. Again, it was a 99% pick on the CBS picks. I think it was 99% on the ESPN picks for the Packers. So this has just been a wild week 3. Like, and this was the week where we were supposed to get clarification, I think. This is the week we're going to find out who's real, who's not, where is this all shaking out? Where are we all going with this? And, boy, I got to tell you, I'm more confused now than I've ever been. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, wait, I didn't even do the plugs yet. Yeah, by the way, everybody, thank you for joining us here. This is Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Jimbo has the night off as he's getting ready for work, obviously. Every primetime game will just be me hanging out with you here on Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you for joining us. By the way, chat's open if you want to come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing, and join us for this lovely Sunday night game between the Chiefs and the Giants. And so let's see how ugly it gets together, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to help us out, please, there's a couple free ways you can do that. Like, share, subscribe, all those buttons right down there. Helps us out tremendously. Thank you so very much. If you're new here, obviously, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let you know whenever we go live, which we do all the time here during the NFL season for the games. Plus, obviously, we have our shows. We're going to have a Monday recap. We have the countdown. We have the flagship show on Wednesdays that we do, Stay Tuned Sports. We have the Friday forecast, plus not to mention all of the games. Thursdays, Sundays. We're going to be here with you live early next week, 9:30 a.m. Ireland game, Steelers and Vikings. So make sure you're tuned in for that as well, and you have the notification bell to let you know when we go live. And like I said, hit that like button also and hit that share. More people here, more people get it, more people hit the like, more people subscribe. Helps us out. It's a self-continuing cycle of greatness, and you could be a part of that greatness, and thank you so very much. Now, if you also want to help us out in a little bit more of a fiduciary fashion, because we're broke, we're poor. I have 17 cents in my bank account, and we want to try to do the most we can to make this a better product and better viewing experience for you, the viewer. You guys are the viewers. That's why we're trying to help you out here. You can go ahead and visit the links that are on the top of the chat, which I've, so pointed out. It's over. The chat's over somewhere around here. If you're watching on your screen, it's over around here somewhere. You can go ahead, like there, or if you go to the description below here, we have links for the donation station, which is from Buy Me a Coffee. So you can go down there, click on that, donate anything you like. If you donate more than $35, you get your name into the ticker. Right now, Pecan's still the leader after about a year, $35 donated. You donate more than $35, you get your name in the ticker. We also have a link for our merch store in the same two places, in the chat and in the description below this video. Whole bunch of products in there. We got a Jackson Dart shirt. We've got a Sell the Team shirt for the Bengals. We have the Orchard Park Football Mafia shirt with the Charging Buffalo wing. We've got all the 8-Bit Helmet shirts in there. We've got Jersey Jets, Jersey Giants. We've got some Eagle stuff in there as well. More Tushin for the pushin'. We've got a ton of stuff in there. We've got coffee mugs. Coffee. We actually have coffee itself, the Danny Dimes blend. Banners. Anything you want, go there to the merch store. Check it out. See what you like. See what you don't. Buy something. It would help us out tremendously. Thank you so very, very much. Also, we have a link for our Discord. Same places. And if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and give a vote for my nephew Thomas for the Youth Athlete of the Year. He deserves it. Great kid. Great athlete. Great football player. And you can help him out and get a little bit further in his dreams and goals, obviously, of moving forward with his football career. That would help a lot. And again, if you want to vote more, if you donate like a certain amount of money, that like $10 gives you 10 votes, $20 gives you 20 votes. It's kind of like the American voting system. You give more money, you get more votes. And it all goes to the V Foundation, great cause, and the Why Not You Foundation, another great cause. So all that will help. Again, those links, all that in the top of the chat and in the description below this video. ELS is in the chat. Great to see you, ELS. Thank you so much for joining us here once again. Lloyd in the chat. Crafty said King treated his earlier chat the way the Falcon coaches treat Bijan. That's not true. I did not ignore you guys. I love you guys. Crafty, don't you stop. Now, Crafty, you're just being mean. I was looking at the chat. Here's the thing: when we do the streams with Jim, when Jimbo's on the chat, I'm usually fighting with him because he's usually doing or saying something ridiculous about the Eagles, about how the Eagles didn't have the refs on their side when clearly they did. If you watch that Eagles-Rams game today, the first half and the second half, the refs completely changed that game in the second half by what they were calling and not calling, all in the Eagles' favor. It was terrible. By the way, got the Jaeger and Dew ready to go. I have a feeling I'm going to need it. So let's watch this and let's get drunk as we watch the Giants and the Chiefs tangle here. Hamster says, don't say anything good about the Giants, Lloyd, or King will yell at you. Yes, I will, Lloyd. So you better be very down on the Giants and really just tell us how much we suck. Or God help me. I'll pull an ELS. I might put you in a timeout. We'll see. ELS talked about, so we had some of the great late window games. The whole week one was crazy. A lot of Chiefs fans there at MetLife Stadium as they're cycling through all these teams as they do a scan of the crown. Peppa Jack's sister is there at the game with her son. Her son is wearing a Chiefs jersey, so that's just something to keep aware of. Hamster says he thinks Daboll made that hat himself. Yeah, I don't like these hats. The guy, is that Brandon Jacobs there? You couldn't get Jacobs' name on the back of his jersey? Yeah, they're trying to make that "Go Big Blue" chant work. Well, it will work if you win. If you don't win, then it's a joke and nobody gives a shit. So, listen, everything is cornball if at first you fail with it or if you're not winning. If you're able to win, then it's not as cornball. But we'll see. Giants are going to get the ball first here. And the opening kickoff is away. Giants are going to get it from the 8-yard line. They're going to return it up to the 31. And that is where Russell Wilson and the New York Giants will start off this Sunday night football game live from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Stop! Get the Rizzler out of here. No Hamster. No more Rizzler, please. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson in shotgun. Play clock at 4, at 3, at 2. They get it off. Hand off to Tracy. He's got a yard. 2nd and 9. Coming up here for the Giants and Russell Wilson. Yeah, no, he's not going to have that same kind of game today. Like, the Chiefs defense might be in disarray, but it's not nearly as bad as the Cowboys defense. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's Brandon Jacobs. That's one of your fucking legendary players, and you can't get him the name on the back of his jersey. What the fuck is that? Hand off to Tracy again, and he's going to spin move himself to a first down. Great run up the middle, gain of about 9.5, and that's a first down for the Giants. All right. You'd like it when it's not a 3-and-out, so we're good. We're okay. Promising. Very early days. We're very early in this game. So now from the 42-yard line, Russ back in shotgun, looks, throws to Tracy out of the backfield. Tracy's going to be good for about 4 yards. Chris Jones was just introducing himself to Russell Wilson's. Russell Wilson's? Wilson's. Why is there multiple Russell Wilsons? I have no idea. That's good, ELF. I'm glad that you don't need Mahomes to get 84.6 points in fantasy in your own league later on. I got to. By the way, Hamster, I don't know if you've checked our fantasy league, the STFU, but I am kicking your ass right now, and I'm hoping it stays that way, but we're going to see. That's handoff to Tracy again, and that's going to be another first down as the Giants have now gotten themselves into Kansas City territory. So, all right. Steve Spagnuolo, the only coordinator in NFL history to win 4 Super Bowls. That's what I mean. As bad as Kansas City's defense may or may not have looked as disarray as it's looked, I find it hard to believe that Spagnuolo's going to not get this corrected somehow, some way. And Tracy gets it again, and this again only about a yard. Hamster says that's only because all my fantasy players are hurt. Yeah, but that's why you have to change players and pick up other players and put guys on IR and stuff like that. You got to manage your team. Come on, Hamster. I was going to say that going into that Cowboys game, ELS, having the Packers lose to the Browns like that, the Cowboys might lose by 50. The Packers are going to be mad going down to Dallas there. Hand off to Scatterbo, and he spins off. Go Scatterbo. That's my boy. 12 yards after he should have been tackled twice for a loss. Yeah. I love the backfield of Tracy and Scatterbo. I love that. Because it's such a difference that the defense has to adjust to going from Tyrone Tracy to Scatterbo, who's just a wrecking ball of a just a meathead. Just look at that. I love it. I love everything about 44, man. I love it. So the Giants keep the drive going with that first down run by Scatterbo. 11-11 remaining here in the first quarter. From the 35, handoff to Scatterbo, and he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. Chiefs were ready that time for Scatterbo. Lloyd, I got to tell you, I think anybody right now can beat the Cowboys. If you let the Bears beat you, and not only beat you, but put belt to ass in beating you, anybody can beat the Cowboys. And the fact that the Giants didn't, and the fact that the Cowboys aren't 0-3 right now is a crying shame. 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Giants. Russ in shotgun. Passes, throws to Scatterbo out of the backfield, and Scatterbo's going to gain about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 coming up here. Hamster thinks that he's going to be typing that all night with the first downs in the chat as the Giants continue to play as they are. Well, here we go. So I guess they only gave him 4 yards on the reception there for Scatterbo because they have it listed as 3rd and 7. Giants have to get to the 25. And it's going to be a handoff. Going to be 3 yards short of the first down is Tyrone Tracy and the Giants' 4th down. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants go ahead and kick the field goal because why not? Giants are going for it on 4th down here. All right, that's interesting. Why? This is either going to be really good or very bad. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Giants turn it over on downs. There we go. There we go. And it starts. And a very good opening drive could have ended with points. Instead, ends with nothing. Turnover on downs. Chiefs, they get the ball. Let's see how long it takes for the Chiefs to move the ball against the Giants. We're going to find out a lot on this drive. So we're going to find out a lot. Again, Brian Daboll thinks that he's Dan Campbell, and he's not. Take the fucking points. Again, Brian Daboll, terrible coach, awful coach, should have been fired last January, should have been fired a long time ago. But he put all the blame on Daniel Jones. Brian Daboll was like, listen, the reason we're not winning is because I had to work with Daniel Jones. If you give me something more than Daniel Jones, trust me, I'll get you working here. How's that turning out? How's that going? It's not working out the way you thought it would, did it? Elis says no. Let's see how the Chiefs can screw this up. Again, we'll see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out a lot on this first drive. Hamster says that's why you kick it. Changes momentum. Absolutely, I agree with you on that one, Hamster. Lloyd in the chat says, "Oh, Hamster, I did root for your teams today. That's why they probably lost because a Yankee rooted for them." That's it. You got a Northern boy. You can't be rooting for them Southern teams. How dare you, you carpet bagging, copperheading loser. I don't know. I forgot what all the different terms meant. Again, I picked the Falcons because I was like, man, yeah, the Panthers are awful. You know, they've shown nothing. They've shown no spark, no light. And again, the Falcons were maybe a good kicker away with the Younghoe Koo misses and stuff like that from at least sending the game to overtime and having a chance to win or even winning with some of the field goals he missed. And you're like, man, they could have beaten Tampa Bay, who's 3-0, by the way. And then you see how they perform against the Vikings on last Sunday night, which, by the way, that game was boring as shit for all of you who were sharing it with me here in the chat. That was so bad. Seeing how they performed in this game was just not great. And just disappointing. And now I don't know, like, who's the real Falcons team? Like, who's the real one? Dude, Lions-Ravens, I think, is going to be a good one. Patrick Mahomes on 1st and 10. Brian Burns chasing him. Tries to trip him. Can't get him down. Mahomes runs for 5 yards out of bounds. ELS in the chat says the Los Angeles Chargers are the first team in the NFL since 2006, which was the Chicago Bears, to open a season 3-0 with all 3 wins being against teams from their own division. That's what I mean. What a start for the Chargers. And again, if you have the Chiefs lose tonight and go 0-3, like, it's hard to say 3 games into a season that a team has an insurmountable lead in the division, but boy, the Chargers would be sitting pretty. Pacheco out of the backfield. He's going to get a gain of 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short upcoming here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, almost halfway through. Yeah, we're already at the 8-minute mark. Giants' first drive was pretty good, and it was all running. It was all Tyrone Tracy and Scatterbo on that drive, so that clock was moving. Well, listen, that's okay if the next week's Monday night games aren't good, because we'll just come on here and have a good time anyway, like we always do. We'll just sit here and talk to each other and make fun of the game. And big catch over the middle. That is Juju Smith-Schuster. And that's a first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Crafty says the Falcons haven't been that impressive since week 1. I would say, you know, even with the Minnesota game, like, they played well, especially defensively they played well. And it looked like Penix was finding his touch. You know, you always want to find a good touching Penix, but It was just not working for them today. That's going to be Kareem Hunt, and that's a push for like 4 yards about. Oh, Jets and Dolphins next week on Monday Night Football. That'll be a weird game for the Jets to lose. The Jets just keep on outjetting themselves, man. That's the problem. Even when it looks like they got something good going. I mean, to be fair, you had Baker Mayfield. That guy's always going to get a last-minute win. Pass over the middle. Cut! But we have a flag down. That was Gray with the catch, the tight end, but we have a flag. And it's going to be coming back for a hold. Let's see here. Is this a legitimate call, or is this one where I'm going to be like, I'll take it? He got Brian Burns on him. And, I mean, yeah, I guess maybe because he took him to the ground. I'll take it. I bet you the Jets-Dolphins game will at least be a fun one to watch. It'll be fucking like, there'll be wacky shit happening in that game, Hamster. I guarantee you that. So, 2nd and 17 now after the penalty. Mahomes throws to Juju Smith-Schuster again over the middle, and he's going to get down to the 50, and he's going to get a first down for the Chiefs. So, massive penalty on the Chiefs. Doesn't matter. They go right back and get the first down anyway. Oh, Bengals and Broncos. Well, based on what we saw today, the Broncos should win that game. But who should win a game and who does, again, with week 3, it threw everybody for a loop. So who knows what the fuck's going to happen. So 1st and 10 now from the Giants' 47-yard line. Mahomes back, throws, deep ball, out of bounds. He completed it, but it was out of bounds to Thornton. 2nd and 10 upcoming here. Yeah, the Bengals did get just... And there was the thing, like going into the game, I was like, battle of backups. I don't really trust Wentz. And I was like, Jake Browning, he's played well in the time that he has had to step in for Burrow. And as long as you got, Chase and Higgins there, you'll be pretty good. Their defense was playing better. I was like, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the Bengals. Whoops. That was bad analysis on my part. 2nd and 10. That's going to be thrown out of the backfield and good for about 7 yards. What happened to my stats bar? Oh, it's showing my cheat sheet there. There we go. Third and 2, Kareem Hunt. 3rd and 2, gets 3. And that's a first down for the Chiefs as they are just marching the ball down the field against this terrible New York Giants defense. This is going to end up with a touchdown, and this is the start of the 24-point-plus loss. I'm telling you guys. Hate to be Frank the Tank from Barstool here. I hate to pull a Frank Fleming. And this is what we're looking at. Like, I've been a Giants fan too long to not be pessimistic. So, until the Giants can show me that they're not going to be total complete ass cheeks, they're just going to be ass cheeks. Mahomes back, has all the time in the world to throw the ball, throws and misses Kelsey. What up? Kelsey can't do shit right lately. How are you supposed to marry Taylor Swift if you can't catch a ball, Travis? That's kind of, to be fair, Mahomes kind of threw it a little wide, but come on. Mahomes back here on 2nd and 10, throws deep ball. It was going towards Kelsey, but that was way off. And not only that, but Kelsey was well covered, but Mahomes threw that well short and wide. That was not I don't. That wasn't going to work either way. So now 3rd and 10. Crafty in the chat says Brian Daboll's play calling and the Giants defense are opposing cheeks of the same ass. That might be the greatest line I've ever heard. Oh, Giants take a timeout. God bless you, Crafty. That was a great one. That was a good one. That got the legitimate guffaw out of me. Daboll's coaching and the Giants defense are opposing cheeks on the same ass. I got to remember that one. I'm stealing that one. Yeah, ELS this week has made it so weird. The fact that I have 9 wins at all this week so far is incredible to me. Based, looking at everything else. So here we go, 3rd and 10 once again. Mahomes has got trips to his right. Takes the snap. The Giants can't get any pressure. Throw it over the middle. Oh, dropped by Hollywood Brown. He's looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. 4th and 10. Coming up for the Chefs. Are they close enough to get a field goal? I don't know. Butker's a good kicker. They might be. Because where are they? The 35, 34? They might. Yeah, I think they'll be far close enough. Yeah, Jimbo's picks, both in ESPN and on my family picks that we do, is no good. So Butker up here for 54 yards. Snap, hold, kick is drifting, hits the upright, but goes through. That's going to be the kind of night, ladies and gentlemen. So he doinks it, but it doinks in, and the Chiefs go on the board. This game could be tied right now, 3-3. Instead, the Chiefs have the lead, and I doubt they will relinquish it for the rest of this game. This seems to be where the Chiefs will go ahead with that. No, ELS, the Giants didn't stop the Chiefs. The Chiefs got a field goal. That's not stopping. When you score points on a drive, you didn't stop the other team. Yeah, especially the 1 o'clock games. The 1 o'clock games murdered me in my picks. Absolutely killed me. Apparently, yeah, no, they were able to see my sister-in-law over on the broadcast. I thought I might have saw her right before the kickoff. They did the sweeping shot of the stands. I thought they might have saw her there. So pretty neat, pretty cool. Good for her. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I was going to look at my picks and see who I got. No, ELS, though, but when you say you stop, you stopped that team. You stopped them from scoring. You didn't stop from scoring. They still got it. Like by your metric, then the Broncos stopped the Chargers at the end of the game today. The Packers stopped the Browns at the end of the game today. Did the Packers stop the Browns at the end of the game today? Or did the Browns win? That's all you need to know right there. Butker kicks the ball off. Giants get it. They're up at the 20, up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 36, and that is where they will start their second drive of the game. How will Daboll fuck this up? So my picks so far, I had the Bills on Thursday night, and they barely won. We'll say that. They actually, at 31-21, but the game was a lot closer than the score indicated there. Lost the Falcons, lost the Packers, got the Jaguars right, because I don't trust the Texans. Lost the Bengals, got the Steelers right, barely. Lost the Rams, got the Buccaneers, that was right. Got the Colts, got the Skins, all right, so I didn't do as barely, but I could have been better. Thrown over the middle, cut! Darius Slayton with the catch, good for about 9 yards. 2nd and 1 upcoming for the Giants. It's not really a burn hamster. It's just it's a logic argument, is all. You can't say you stopped a team when you give up points to that team. Handoff here on 2nd and 1, and that's going to be a first down for Tyrone Tracy as he throws me. That should be a little personal foul, but they're not going to give it to him. You're too rough on my boy. Why are you so rough on my Tyrone Tracy? Don't be doing that to my boy. I love that boy. I love Tyrone Tracy, man. Leave him be. Leave my boy alone. There you go, better. Giants held the Chiefs to 3 points. That's a better way to say it, sure. Hand off to Tyrone Tracy on first down. It's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. As we get a look of Travis Kelce on the bench. I don't think Taylor is there, which is fine. It's fine. It's not like I wanted to see one of the hottest girls in the world right now. That's fine. If I wanted to see that, all I'd have to do is look at my wife, my beautiful Pepper Jack. See? Russell Wilson takes the snap. On 2nd down, Giants gain about another 3.5 yards, and Tyrone Tracy's down. Fuck! Son of a bitch. Let's go, Giants. Never going to change. Pepper Jack in the chat showing a sad face. Yeah, that's not great. Not great. That means they're going to replace him probably with Singletary, who's not nearly as good as Tyrone Tracy is. ELS in the chat says, oh no, here comes the pain for the New York Giants. I told you. Like, nobody ever wants to listen to me. Nobody want to listen to me about Daniel Jones. Nobody want to listen to me about almost any of my very smart, insightful takes. Nobody ever wants to do that. Nobody want to listen to me about how the Giants are probably going to get blown out in this game. Nobody wants to listen to me when I provide you with the facts and the evidence in front of you. Oh, Pepper Jack said it wasn't sad face, it was an all face. I don't know. From here, it looks like a sad face to me. Oh, because there's no sign to. So you don't care that one of our running backs just had his chest caved in. It's just that, oh, no sign of Taylor Swift there. My God. You're typical Swiftie, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, listen, Caleb played a great game today. Now, is that because he's starting to get it, or is that because he played the Cowboys? Again, Russell Wilson had maybe his greatest game of his career against the Cowboys, and for the last 3 years, Russell Wilson hasn't been able to throw himself out of a wet paper bag. So, is that more Caleb getting it, or is it more the Cowboys' defense sucks ass? I'm going to go probably lean very much more to option B on that. You only like both teams, Peppa Jack, because Taylor is dating one of the people. If she was dating somebody from the Broncos, you'd be all about the Orange Crush. So let's all be honest with each other. Crafty says, no sign of Taylor Swift, just signs of Tyrone's collarbone. Jesus Christ. God damn you, Crafty. Yeah, no, that looks like there's some kind of broken arm or something there. Yeah, he got a helmet right to the arm. So 3rd and 5. I thought he was a lot closer than that, but 3rd and 5. High snap. Wilson's able to get it. Throws it to Scatterbo out of the backfield, and he's got no shot, loses a yard. He's saying he got grabbed in a face mask, no flag. And the Giants are probably going to have to punt here. Oh, he got absolutely face masked. How is there no call? That's the and the Giants are going for it again on 4th down. Brian Daboll just wants to get fired, I think, at this point. Brian Daboll wants to get fired. Fine, gladly, get him fired, please. Play clock at 5. Or they're not going to snap it. They're not going to snap it. Okay, yeah. Peppa Jack in the chat says the good news is one of my teams will win. That's good when you just switch and change teams there. That's officially going to be a flag delay a game on the Giants. They didn't take a timeout, so that'll be that back there. That is not lies, Peppa Jack. If Taylor Swift was dating a Bronco, you'd be all Broncos country. Let's ride. Let's be honest. And Hampshire, he got grabbed. Yeah, it's another face mask. But again, at least it's not like the Cowboys game last year where the Giants got grabbed in a face mask and then they called the Giants for face mask. So here comes the punt, and this is where the Avalanche is going to start. Scottish Hammer gets it away there. It's going to drop and then takes a Chief bounce up to the 18-yard line. And so it'll be the Chiefs in 1st down from the 18th. And Brian Daboll's all screaming and mad and being all mad and screaming. And I don't care, Brian. I hope you fucking get fired, you piece of shit. You don't like blue and orange? You love Taylor Swift's new album, and it's all orange. What are you talking about, Peppa Jack? Green and gold is a good color scheme. I'll give her that. She would like it. She would like it if Taylor was with the Packers because she likes those colors. That's a good color combination of green and gold. Peppa Jack says, "Oh, and also because she likes cheese, so she'd be pretty stoked." Peppa Jack does love cheese. I mean, her name is Peppa Jack. I mean, it's in the name. 1st and 10. They give him the 19. Why are the refs giving them an extra yard? What is this bullshit? Hand off to Kareem Hunt, and that's going to be a gain of 1, 2, 3. But are they going to give him 4? They might give him an extra yard. Why not? Why the fuck not? Pecan, welcome to the chat. Pecan says, I don't know who sucks more, the Saints or the Falcons. Today, they were both equally of the suck. Neither one of them were very good. And that's the end of the first quarter, by the way. We're going to quarter number dos here on Sunday night. Chiefs with a 3-0 lead, looking to expand that, and most likely will, because the Giants suck. I do have the Taylor counter up there, but I don't think she's there, Pecan. But she's there for us to look at. She's there in spirit. So at least she's up on the screen for both you and I. Here's the thing, though, Hamster. Like, yeah, no, the Saints are bad, but again, in their other two games, they were a little gritty. They were a crafty little team. You know what I mean? So, and not only that, at least they didn't get shut out. Like the Saints were bad; they got blown out, but they scored points today. In fact, I think there's only one team right now. Well, two currently because the Giants haven't scored. But there's only one team that finished their game with no points this week. And I think that would be the Falcons. So I think that trumps it. You could say like, oh yeah, the Seahawks really laid it on them. The Seahawks really beat yeah, but they scored. The Saints scored. Even if it's just a field goal, they scored. The Packers didn't get a goose egg. The Packers scored points. They fucking fucked the game away, but they scored. They scored points. Hamster says, I know the Packers. Listen, Hamster, they might have fucked the game away. There's one thing the Packers don't do is the Packers don't suck. This is going to be, people are going to look back on this game and be like, what an aberration this game for the Packers was. But the Packers are the Packers are not a team that sucks. Hamster, to be fair, you kind of start shit with everybody. So you were going to be the butt of everybody's joke. Plus, your number one favorite team got absolutely shut out today. No points scored. So it's your turn to the barrel. That's all. They're mentioning Taylor on the broadcast, but no showing of Taylor. But there is Lawrence Taylor, and that's really the only Taylor that matters. Mahomes throws out of the backfield to Kareem Hunt. That's going to be a first down to the 30-yard line. And he tries to get back up and run again, but he doesn't realize that he was down. So sit down, you stupid fuck. I know worse than here's the thing. Like, just because a team wins or loses against a team doesn't make them either better or worse than that particular team. Listen, any given Sunday, baby, as it said, any given Sunday, somebody can win. Ostensibly, the Packers are a better team than the Browns. Shit didn't go their way. They played kind of sloppy, and the Browns beat them. That doesn't mean the Browns are better overall as a team. Thibodeau! What the fuck was that? What is this? No, first of all, if it's a backwards pass, that's a live ball. If an offensive lineman caught it, that's a legal touching on the Chiefs. And if it was a forward pass, then that's intentional grounding. So what is this? That's a backwards pass, so that's a fumble. But it doesn't matter because they blew the play dead. So it doesn't matter if it was a fucking backwards pass because we can't get fucking possession. So why are we reviewing that? Why is Dable throwing a flag on that? It's a useless fucking challenge. God, that dumb, fat, Ozempic-sucking fuck. I hate him. It doesn't matter if it's a fumble or if it's backwards. They blew the play dead. So the ball is dead at that spot. So you're talking it's a matter of 6 inches. It doesn't matter. And if they come back and say it doesn't really change the location of where the ball was based on that because it looks like it was right there at the line of scrimmage anyway, then you waste the time. So it's either you lose a timeout, lose a challenge, for what? For 3 fucking inches? No, but see, all this is fine. Whether or not it should have been an illegal forward pass by Pacheco when he threw it, or nobody. Once the officials blew the whistle and waved it off, and said incomplete pass, the play's over. So now, by challenging this play, all you're doing is saying you're changing the location of where the ball is, and whether that's based on the replay, it's maybe 6 inches behind where the original line of scrimmage was. You're not even talking about half a yard. You're talking about fucking a matter of inches. The Giants aren't going to get possession. It's not going to change any massive field position. So why the fuck are we doing it? There's no reason to challenge that play. Once you learn that they blew it dead and said it was an illegal forward or a incomplete pass, that it was they ruled it a forward pass and incomplete. That's it. The play's over. It's not that the fix is in for the Chiefs; it's that the refs are just fucking stupid and don't know their own fucking rules. But once that happens, plays dead. So the dumb thing is, why are you challenging that? Because even if you win, you're not gaining anything. That's what I mean. So what was the point? Second and 18. Okay, well, I guess they had the line there for that. So you lose 8 yards. But even so, the Chiefs are going to get a first down. You had a 2nd and 17 on the last drive, and they got a first down on the next play. So what are we like? It still doesn't matter. The fix is in for the Eagles. We know that. Mahomes throws, gets it to Gray's tight end. We got a flag down. And it's going to be against the Giants, which will be an automatic first down. So right there. Oh, yeah, he fucking hugged him. So right there. They got a first down. The Rams didn't blow that game, Pecan. The refs gave it to the Eagles. If you watch that second half, like we watched it here. I was on here with Jimbo watching that game. That second half, the refs just ate the Eagles' asshole. That whole second half. It was bad. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs now from the 29-yard line. That's going to be a end-around handoff, and that's going to be a gain of 8 yards. Nico Remigio? What the fuck? Remigio. Nico Remigio. Hey, Gabago. Nico Remigio. Hey, Gabago. Have a little gabadabadoo. That was a little ethnically insensitive. I don't give a shit. So from the 40-yard line now, Mahomes back. Running out of time, escapes the sack. Giants don't get a sack. Thrown, wide open, Schuster, and that's going to be down to the Giants' 32-yard line. Told you. I told everybody, nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody ever wants to listen to me. I'm going to end up breaking my chair, reminding everybody of my correctitude all the time. Giants, they have him pressure, and then they over pursue. They miss assignments. Just the Giants. This is gonna be Mahomes again getting pressured, again escaping pressure, and again is gonna get a yard. Surprised they didn't throw a flag on that play. We're being honest, all things being equal. Hamster says, "You're right, King. Giants suck. We agree with you now. Cheer up." Oh, no, there is no cheering up. Just because I recognize and acknowledge that my team is going to get blown out and that we suck doesn't mean I'm going to be happy about it. I can still be a miserable fat fuck. Thrown, that's going to be caught. That's Gray, but it's going to be a loss of 3 yards. Giants defense, don't celebrate shit. What are you doing? Third and 12 upcoming. So here we go. Can the Giants once again hold Kansas City to a field goal, or will Mahomes' magic hit again? Mahomes' magic is going to hit again. We got flags down, by the way. That's probably going to be offsides Giants. Mahomes runs for a first down to the 21-yard line. They're going to be offsides Giants or illegal formation Chiefs? Illegal formation on the Chiefs, so move it back. Juwan Taylor called. That's not a shock. So here we go, 3rd and 17. That's going to be caught by Gray again. So Mahomes seems to be going away from Travis now. 4th down, Butker comes out again. And this will be about a 48-yard field goal. And Chiefs are right in the middle of the field, so that should be a easy kick right down the middle for Butker. Snap, hold, kick is up, and indeed, that is right through the uprights, and the Chiefs take a 6-0 lead over the New York Football Giants. Pecan says Travis is ruined. Hamster says the Chiefs ain't going back to the Super Bowl this year. You know, we said that last year, and then they went 15-2 and went back to the Super Bowl. So I have no idea. Hamster says, I don't think they're that good. Right now, they don't appear to be. But again, they also don't have Rashee Rice. They don't have Xavier Worthy. They can't take the top off of teams like they were doing. Although with this Giants team, that's very easily, they've been doing it with Juju Smith-Schuster, so I'm sure he's going to have a big play in this game coming up at some point. Same with Hollywood Brown. Like, I don't, like, I think it would be silly to write off the Chiefs this early. Like, if we get to week 8, and the Chiefs have like 3 wins or something, then I think you start looking at like, yeah, they may not make the playoff this year. But I like for now, I would say if they lose this game, which they're not going to, let's all be honest. But I still have the Giants challenge up there. Gee, I always forget the fucking challenge. I was just heated about that challenge. I totally forgot about it. But like I was saying, if the Chiefs happen to lose this game, and then they have to play, I believe they play the Ravens next week. Now you're talking about if they start like 0-4, now you're starting to worry. That's why I think they need to win this game, because then even if they lose next week, yeah, they're 1-4. Not great, but it's not it's not the end of the season. Teams have been able to come back from that. I think they would have the ability. Not only that, you're going to get Rashee Rice back for Week 7. Xavier Worthy will probably be back for that. So I mean, it's there. You know, like it's not great. But you still have you can still find a way to work around it, especially if it's just getting in. Even if you get in the last wild card spot, they could get into the playoffs. Yes, I did see the old school CBS NFL Today intro stuff today and all the graphics. I did enjoy that. I like and I always enjoyed that the older and the retro stuff. Kind of why I went with the old school Fox ovals here for our look this season on Stay Tuned Sports. And the old school kind of scoreboard lighting numbers and timeouts and stuff like that. I always enjoyed that. Giants get to kick it about the 8-yard line, return it up to the 26, and that is where they will start their third drive. Pecan. I thought you were a Saints fan, Pecan. Are you a Saints fan? I always forget. Are you a Saints fan or a Bucs fan? I thought you were a Saints fan. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Giants from their own 26. Russell Wilson, play action pass to Skidaboo. His arm is hit as he throws, and that's going to fall, thank God, harmlessly to the ground. Hamster says, touchdown on this drive. I will bet you. Well, I don't have $100. I don't know if you do either. I don't know what I would bet you, but I bet you $1 million. I knew Pecan was a Saints fan. Why is he saying official Bucs fan here? I don't know about that. But yeah, Hamster, I don't know what I bet you, but whatever imaginary Ducats or Silmarillions or whatever you want to bet, I bet you the Giants don't get a touchdown on this drive. That's going to be a handoff to Singletary, and he's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on the spot there from the officials. Pecans, shh, quiet. You've been outed. Sorry, Pecan. ELS says the Giants field goal on this drive. I'm going to make a prediction. Giants punt on this fucking drive or turnover. I'll say, you guys, Hamster says touchdown, ELS says field goal. I say the field. Hamster. Everybody's been trying to keep me positive my whole life. That don't ever work. Deep moon ball from Wilson, picked off. I told you. Why don't you ever listen to me? Nobody ever wants to listen to the correctitude of King. No one ever wants to listen. Nobody ever wants to listen to me. And I'm always right, except for those times that I'm wrong, which is a lot. But I'm always fucking right. God damn it. Fucking triple coverage. There's 4 fucking Chiefs around there. It's about to be 13-0 here. I said punt, interception, or the field. I took the field. Hamster, open your ears, man. Open your ears. ELS says, okay, I'll make a prediction. Kansas City will throw a pick the next. Haven't you guys learned your lesson yet? Haven't you guys learned your lesson not to pick against me? That I know what I'm talking about? Oh, Gano's injured? Oh, that's great. Did the Giants not put another field goal kicker on the squad, or we pulling the Redskins like last year? Is that what we're doing? Oh, you all are here to witness my misery, which I predicted, which I told you guys was going to happen. I said I was going to be miserable. I said the Giants are going to lose by 24 plus. I said all this, and I've said it all for a fucking week. I have said it, I've said it, and I've said it over again. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. And everyone wants to say, oh, Chiefs, get the Chiefs here. I think the Chiefs are going to be in a spot here. Oh, you might be able to get the Chiefs here. Oh, the Giants, they're looking like they're good. They could really pull something off here. The Giants could really do something. And I kept on trying to tell you. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody ever wants to listen to rightness. No one ever wants to listen to what is right and correct. Here I am, alone in my correctitude. ELS says, King, I will never pick the Kansas City Chiefs in my life. I hate that team with a burning passion. Why? What did the Chiefs ever do to the Packers? The Chiefs lost to the Packers in the first Super Bowl. Let you guys have the very first Super Bowl. Back when it was just the World Championship trophy. They did you a favor, such a favor, that they named it after your fucking coach, who's from New Jersey, by the way, and also was the Giants' defensive coordinator. Hamster says, King's kind of just hollering at himself at this point. Yeah, that's kind of what this stream's going to be. It's going to just kind of be me, just old man yelling into the ether. 9-yard gain for Pacheco on first down. This stream is going to be just more entertaining for you guys there to kind of watch along and just kind of laugh at my mental instability over football, and watch as a group of 53 men and one fat Ozempic sucking fucking coach just destroy what little frail grasp on mental health that I have. But here it is. Throw, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down. Thornton gets it. That's going to be a gain of about 4, 5, 6 yards. I don't give a fuck how much it is. It's a first down is all I know. And they keep the chains moving. As Travis Kelce leaves the field. I don't give a shit about you, Travis. Where's your fucking fiance? That's what I want to see. You goofy fuck. Handoff to Pacheco, and he gets 6 yards on first down. As now they're just carving up this Giants defense. Lloyd says, I'm kind of leaning on my prediction, which was the Chiefs winning. I told you, Lloyd. I told you. Hamster says, yeah, you should love the Chiefs, ELS, because any other team would have beaten the Packers in those Super Bowls. They might have. Who was the first? I think the Chiefs, did they beat the Oilers in that 66 AFL championship game? I think the Oilers might have given the Packers a fucking real big trouble. 2nd and 4 thrown. Kelce catches it, and that's a first down to the 20-yard line. I love how Lloyd just makes up facts about everybody. Oh, see, the reason is ELS is actually from Missouri. Crafty, I kind of agree with that. Everything just kind of has a fuck it, just do it vibe, because it's like, all right, we're getting fired. You know, you're not gonna be starting here, Wilson, soon. So it's just like everybody just has a kind of fuck it kind of deal. Incomplete pass on second down. On first down, because Travis had gotten the first down. So 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Chiefs. Mahomes already has 93 yards passing, by the way. Juju Smith-Schuster has 52 yards receiving. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson, 5 for 8, 1 pick, 18 yards. And Darius Slayton is our leading receiver, 1 reception for 9 yards. So Giants really fucking burning it up here. 6:17 remaining in the second quarter. From the 20, that is Kelce out of the backfield. He's going to lose 2.5 yards. So 3rd and 12 upcoming. Hamster in the chat saying, I don't think there's any NFL team that I truly hate, but I hate some college teams. I truly do hate some college teams as well, but I truly do hate some NFL teams. I hate the Eagles with a passion. I hate the Cowboys. I dislike the Patriots. I hate the Patriots even whether they're good or bad. I don't like the Patriots. Except when they're wearing Pat the Patriot. Then they're pretty good. I was never big on the Broncos, believe it or not. Mahomes kind of just chucks a pass over the middle. It was Juju tried to catch it, incomplete, 4th and 12. And Butker's going to come out to make this a 2-possession game and make it 9-0. As far as college, like I hate USC. I hate Ohio State. I hate Michigan. I hate Michigan State. I hate Florida State. I hate Miami. Butker kicks and misses it. Oh, I didn't even San Diego it. And he misses the kick. So the score remains 6-0. Butker, that hurts my fantasy team as he's my fantasy kicker. Butker misses to the right, ironically. Lloyd says, yeah, I like all NFL teams, just the Lions more than others. While I hate the Packers, I still like them if the Lions are ass. Did he have a story about it being from there? Oh, yeah, I have a neighbor that I try to force. Oh, here it is. Here's a simple version. I have a neighbor that I try to force me to become a Chiefs fan by trying to throw me into a lake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Become a Chiefs fan or I'll drown you. That's all right. I get that. There's a little generational trauma there. I got you. Crafty says, Butkered that kick. Not your best effort, but I do applaud you for the try. E for effort on that one, Crafty. People still watch The Voice. Not that I ever did, but the fact that it's still around is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. ELS, I get it. I can get it. I get that ELS. I know, Lloyd. I've seen him tell the story now. I got it. I'm with you. Relax. I finally did read it, Lloyd. Yes. No, but I get it. I get a DLS. That would make me hate a team too. I hate the Eagles just because I hate Philadelphia. I hate the entire city. There's not a thing, a person, nothing. I don't like the food from Philadelphia. I don't like the people. I don't like the city. The buildings are ugly. The people are ugly. It fucking stinks. And this coming from somebody that's visited New York and smelled the giant piss that is New York City. I've had all that. And still, Philadelphia is disgusting. I feel grimy when I go there. It's a disgusting fucking city. It's gross. The people are gross. The city is gross. The buildings are gross. The teams are gross. So fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Flyers. I didn't really watch baseball that much, but fuck the Phillies. I don't like basketball at all, but fuck the Sixers. I hate them all. I think I got early onset Alzheimer's too, Lloyd. I really do think so. 1st and 10 for the Giants from the 30-yard line. Let's see what. Oh, let me change over the possession because I did off. Giants get about 7 yards, 6 yards from Scatterboo. Ooh, Andy Reid giving it to Kelsey. Hell yeah, give it to him, Andy. Let him know. You don't like it, go home to your bitch, man. That's what I'm saying. Andy said enough of your shit. Hand off to Scatterbo again, and he's going to break loose. Gets a first down. Ed Moore gets down to the 48-yard line. First down, New York Giants. At this point, just feed it to Scatterbo. Why not? Russ can't throw it. We've lost Tyrone Tracy. Let this fucking little murderous ball of hate fucking run the ball the rest of the game for the Giants. So here we go from the 48. Empty backfield. Because, of course, you got a little run success. You go empty backfield. Russ Wilson, back throws. That's going to be caught for 3 yards by Slayton. He was on the ground, got up, but got no more yardage. Scatterbo back in the game for the Giants. I have no idea. I don't know if Crafty's in the Discord or not. I don't know if he said like he does that or not, or if he's really in with it. Hand off to Scatterbo again, and this time, see, Scatterbo, it's a really good play or he loses yardage. And that time he's going to lose 2 yards back to the 50-yard line for the Giants. So 3rd down coming up. Well, that too, and the Giants' offensive line can't fucking block for shit, so. So the Giants have to get to the 42-yard line for a first down. They are at the 50. It is 3rd and 8. Russell Wilson with Scatterbo in the backfield. Takes the snap. Steps up, throws to Scatterbo, and he's got it down to the 40, down to the 35, down to the 33, but there's a flag down right at the end of the play. And it looks like they're going to call illegal contact on the Chiefs. Let's see. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter, by the way. Yeah, decline the penalty anyway, but of course all flags stay up there, as you know. So here we go. Giants 1st and 10. Let's see. Hamster again with his first down in the chat. Yeah, dude. Yeah, ELS fucking James Conner snapped his ankle. I watched it. We watched it happen. He fucking snapped that fucker. Wilson, it's going to be a handoff here to Singletary. Dayball has a hard-on for Singletary for some reason, and he gets half a yard, if that. Wasted down. Basically 2nd and 10. It's going to be 2nd and 9 3/4 here. Coming up here for the Giants. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Can the Giants score a point here in the first half? Put your bets in. Put your bets in the chat. Will the Giants score in this first half? I say no. Yeah, it was on the play. James Conner got the ball. He tried to run it up the middle. He got grabbed from below, and then he got hit up high, and he kind of twisted. And at first, you might have thought that it was a knee injury, but it wasn't his knee that twisted. He kind of fell over and backwards, and his foot stayed in the ground, but the rest of his body fell this way. So, and the foot stayed where it was. It was right at the it just snapped his ankle right in half. It was not good. Yeah, we all love the Desert Birds. We all love the Desert Birds, Hamster. Okay, getting some guesses here. Lloyd says the Giants will get at least 3. Pecan says the Giants will get at least 3. I said 0. Here, I'll even put it in the chat. I'll type the 0 in the chat. Let everybody know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's going to be a 0. Hamster says, of course, need a touchdown here. Then get some momentum going into the halftime. That would be nice because the Chiefs get the ball first in the second half. So that would be nice. That would be great. But let's it's the Giants. You know what I mean? It's the Giants, baby. That's just Giants football. Hamster says 7. He says the Giants will get 7. ELS saying the Giants are going to get 7 here. So let's see. We got a couple of good guesses in there. I maintain my 0. I'm the only one who says the Giants are going to score here. I say no score. Lloyd says 3. Here's the reason I don't say it'll be 3. I don't think it'll be a field goal because, as we've already seen in this game, it feels like Daboll is. I don't mind looking at Olivia Rodrigo on these commercials, by the way. These are very nice. But knowing Daboll, even though we'd be close for a field goal, he'll fucking try to go for a touchdown. He has, and especially if Gano is hurt, it feels like the Giants are just going to be like, yeah, fuck it, go for it. Go for it on 4th down. And we'll miss it, and we won't score any points. It's just going to be just like the fucking Redskins games last year. It's just, that's. Hampshire says they're going to win and get you all excited like I was last Sunday, and then next week comes. Yeah, we're not, like I said, the Giants are. ELS, this is why you're just not a New York like you're just not a New York Giants fan. Like you can't. So here we go. 2 minutes to go. The Giants are on their own or on the Chiefs' 33-yard line. The Giants have 2 timeouts remaining. Russell Wilson takes the snap, back, tries to throw it to Scatterbo out of the backfield, incomplete. Threw it way too in front of him. But it's Scatterbo. I don't think he would have gotten anywhere anyway. That would seem to be well covered. 2nd and 10 for the Giants. $1:57 remaining. Clock is stopped, obviously, after the incomplete pass. Play clock at 20. Wilson takes the snap. Back looks, throws to nobody. Slayton was intended, but there is a flag. They might. What do we got here? Is this going to be incomplete, or is this going to be a quarterback thing? What do we got? Roughing the passer is the call. 15 yards on the Chiefs. The Giants move just a little bit closer. It's going to be on the 17, I would imagine. Yeah. Karlaftis with the penalty. Hamster's excited. He says, the next 4 weeks we have 9:30 a.m. games. I'm going to be so useless. I'm with you there, buddy. I'm with you there. And we'll be here with you on Stay Tuned Sports, watching all those early games for the next 4 Sundays. Got the international games here. Hand off to Scatterboo, and right back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We've got a late flag again. Flag count was doing pretty good, and now it's starting to get really high here in the end of the quarter, end of the half. Holding on the Chiefs. Oh, my goodness. 5-yard automatic first down. Chris Jones, the guilty party here. Oh, boy. Chiefs defense kind of imploding here. Let's see. Oh, I see what you did. Oh, yeah, he's holding right there under the sleeve. Can't do that because he was holding him to open the lane for the linebacker to go through. So now the Giants have a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, 1:49 remaining. They are at the 14-yard line, 13.5-yard line. Hand off to Scatterbo! Scatterbo! That's going to be close. They say touchdown! Touchdown! New York Giants. Cam Scatterbo with the run and dive into the end zone as he's off balance, as he often is. And so Hamster and ELS, they get the guess right. with the touchdown. Oh, look at him fly. Yeah, he's in. That's a touchdown. Holy shit. Get a boo! And the Giants have the game tied and an extra point away from taking the lead. Snap. Hold. Kick is blocked! On this, I was going to say, with everything that's happened today, and so it stays a tie game. We'll see how that. So again, Hamster and ELS were incorrect. No, Hamster, you weren't correct. Because you guys said 7. And it wasn't 7. It was 6. So nobody got that correct. Sorry, baby. This is like Vegas. You pick it right or you don't. Lloyd and Pecan said 3. Incorrect. I said 0. Incorrect. Hamster and ELS said 7. Incorrect. The correct answer was 6. On this day of block kicks, I should have expected it. I should have known that was coming. I'm going to have to make myself another drink during halftime. I'll tell you that much. Crafty says, King being petty. Yes! I am a man about the minutia. You got to read the fine print with me, baby. You got to read the fine print with me. I will find a loophole if I can. I was going to say, because everybody says, like, usually when you score a touchdown, it says, they got the 6, going for 6, pick 6, things like that. So saying 6 would have been kind of a normal thing, but I get it because it's also so easy to say 7 because extra points are usually so very automatic, but not when you're dealing with the New York Giants, and obviously not when you're dealing with today. Today has been such a wonky day. Hamster says, but we kind of were correct. We meant a touchdown. Listen, you were technically incorrect. And you have to be technically correct because that's the best kind of correct. Shout out to all my Futurama watchers out there. We do have a bit of a game here. I'm sure some people are saying, well, what kind of game is this? But it is a game. Chiefs get the kickoff, and they get it to the 21-yard line, but no further. 1:38 remaining. Chiefs have all 3 of their timeouts. ELS is predicting a Kansas City turnover of some kind or another on this last drive of the first half. Let's see if that prediction comes true. I was kind of just thinking about that. We'll see. We'll see how aggressive they decide to get. I don't know how aggressive they're going to be. Mahomes steps back, throws incomplete. Gray was the intended receiver, the tight end, and that falls short. 2nd and 10. Upcoming 1:35 remaining here in the second quarter. You're watching Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to help us out at all, you do so 3 free ways. Hit that like button. Share us around to all your friends. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Helps us out tremendously. Travis Kelce lines up. So does Mahomes. He's in shotgun. Kelce in motion. Moving to the right. Mahomes takes the snap. He's back. He looks. He throws backwards again. That's a backwards pass. Pick up that ball. Giants got it. No. Mahomes falls on it. God, fall on the fucking ball. That's why the Giants are what the Giants are. Giants take a timeout. How are you jump on that ball? Why are you trying to pick it up and go? Mahomes stole that right from Okereke. You kind of did. I saw that. I was like, oh, shit, ELS got it right. But, of course, the Giants – see, here's the thing. No matter how well you have it right, the Giants will find a way to fuck it up so that you don't get it right. That's Giants football, baby. That's Giants football. So 3rd and 25 now instead of 1st and goal for the Giants. I'm sure people are going to be going nuts over Chris Collinsworth glazing of Mahomes here. So now 3rd and 25 from the 7-yard line. That's just going to be a handoff here. They get it up to the 13-yard line. Giants are going to take their final timeout. Minute 19 left. No, because it wasn't a fumble. It was a backwards pass. That's not a fumble. A backwards pass is not a fumble. But it would have been a turnover. Technicalities. I work on the technicalities, baby. Hamster says, is Mahomes on drugs? I don't know. We know Taylor likes the drugs. All them Hollywood types. So the punt is away for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's off the Chiefs player. You can advance that. Ooh. And then Osluski got cracked. We got a flag down. We've got stuff happening all over the place here. That could be kick catch interference. Yeah, because that's illegal touching, so. Is it illegal touch? I don't know what that would be. What's the flag? I don't know. Just tell me what the flag is. Yeah, kick catch interference on the Chiefs. That's 15 yards, so that gives the Giants great field position here. The Giants can take the lead. They can't kick a field goal. So now the Giants have it at the Chiefs 41. 1:11 remaining. No timeouts for the Giants. Andrew Thomas out of the game. They said they were going to have him on a pitch count. ELS is saying 7 for this drive. I don't know. Wilson throws the ball. That's a duck to nobody. I think his arm got hit as he threw it, or he just can't throw for shit. I don't know. I'll say 0 again, ELS. ELS says 7. I say 0. Lloyd says 3. I don't know how the Giants are going to get 3 if they can't kick a field goal. Hamster says 3 as well. Russell Wilson throws. We've got a flag out. Slayton was the intended receiver. Is this going to be illegal contact? It seems like either holding or illegal contact of some kind. The Chiefs are just murdering themselves. It's even worse. Personal foul, face mask on the Chiefs. 15 yards. Yards. Pecan says 0 as well. Thank you, Pecan. Oh, yeah. Pulled the face mask. Can't do that. Wow. For anybody who thinks the refs might still be in the Chiefs' back pocket, this just shows you how unloyal a hoe can be. Handoff to Singletary. He's going to get 4 yards on the pushing. Clock is going to tick, 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 tick. No, it's not. Kansas City takes a timeout. That kind of helps the Giants, believe it or not. Interesting. Yeah, they've been covering Malik Neighbors like white on rice here. So they're gonna have to figure something out to try to get Malik the ball. So still 56 seconds. Giants are facing a 2nd and 6. I think the Chiefs understand that the Giants will have a field goal kicker, so they can try to get the ball back and the Giants not score on this particular drive. Malik is out wide to the right. Singletary behind Wilson. Wilson back, looks, throws to the corner of the end zone, intercepted. There goes the 0. Told everybody. Second pick of the night for Russell Wilson. Just floating it up there. And the Chiefs now have the ball, 49 seconds, 2 timeouts on the 20. Lloyd says, I'm 50-50 on who I want to win this game. With the Chiefs playing dirty, maybe me picking the Giants wasn't bad coming into this game. I thought you picked the I honestly, I don't know who Lloyd picked, honestly. He's I don't know much about. When it comes to Lloyd, I have no idea what's going on. There we go. There's, and again, this goes back to also the Giants not jumping on the ball when Mahomes threw a backwards pass. You had the ability to do that, didn't do that. So now, 49 seconds left. Kansas City with the ball on the 20. Mahomes back, looks, throws. That is tipped at the line by Burns, and he's injured. So now Brian Burns is hurt. Why do I watch football? Why do I even watch? AC. Oh, that's Achilles. Fans are chanting, "We want Dart. We want Dart." Lloyd says he wanted the Giants when he joined the chat. He said Giants, but on paper, in my predictions, he says the Chiefs win. Hamster says, I guess technically I should root for the AFC team to beat the NFC team, but I don't think the Giants are a playoff threat. That's very astute observation there, Hamster. Very astute observation. So they're putting Abdul on the edge as an edge rusher here. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Replacing Burns. I don't like that. Pass in the middle. It's going to be Kelsey. I think that's good enough for a first down. We'll see. 40 seconds remaining. Kansas City takes their 2nd timeout. Lloyd says this game is a bit bipolar at the moment. I don't disagree with you. Hamster, talking to Lloyd here, says my picks in the group that we have here, our Friday forecast picks group, and his actual bets are different. Well, yeah, because you're also dealing with point spreads and money lines and things like that. I don't know. Will Russell Wilson be a backup next year, or will he just retire? Because he's been ass for the last 3 years. He had one last great game against apparently a very bad Cowboys team. So that's why, I mean, that was an aberration. And that's why I kept on trying to say, people saying, oh, if the Giants play the way they did against the Cowboys. No matter how disorganized or in disarray the Chiefs' defense is, they're still not the Cowboys. As we saw today, they're putting 2 more seconds on the clock. Lloyd says he thinks that Russ will play for the Browns next year. That's actually not a bad guess. That's not a bad guess at all. And they said they were short of the first down, so it's 3rd and 1. I thought Travis might have got there. Apparently not. Not. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened, but it doesn't matter. We're still there. 43 seconds. Chiefs are about a half a yard short. That's going to be a handoff and a first down. And the Chiefs are going to take their final timeout here with 40 seconds remaining. So now neither team has any timeouts. And Brian Burns back on the field. All right. Oh, thank God. Next week's going to be a get-right game for the Packers as Micah Parsons goes back to Arlington, Texas to take on the Dallas Cowboys, and we'll be watching that right here on you. With you on Stay Tuned Sports. First and 10. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap. Burns getting pressure. Then he finally gets pulled down. Incomplete pass. He was in the grass. We could do that, but 2nd and 10. That's my boy, Abdul Carter. Let's go. .33 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Mahomes takes the snap. Giants. Again, Thibodeau got some pressure. Pass down the middle. Almost intercepted, but again, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. And the Giants almost had a fumble recovery, almost had an interception, but of course didn't. So it's going to give Kansas City another shot here. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Third and 10, Mahomes in shotgun. Giants showing pressure again. Mahomes steps back, throws over the middle, dropped. Juju Smith-Schuster, but there's a flag down. We are at 10 flags. Illegal contact on the Giants. Peek on the chat says, hey, Falcons almost scored. Let me see. Where's the legal contact? Nah, technically. Yeah, it is what it is. So now the Chiefs have it from the 38-yard line, 37.5-yard line. Mahomes get pressures. The Giants get pressure, but they can't get, and still can't get him down. Mahomes chucks the ball way downfield, wide open. They're going to throw flag for interference. That's going to be like first and goal for the Chiefs. They have to make pass interference just 15 yards in the NFL. They really do. Phillips again. And again, should have been a sack like fucking 3 times. And the Giants just can't bring them down. And I think this would have been all right. But that's a brutal call. That shouldn't have been pass interference. 7 seconds from the 11-yard line. Mahomes back, looks, throws into the ground. Incomplete. 4 seconds left. They're going to bring Butker out for the kick. Hamster says holding them to 3, probably, but I mean, it shouldn't have been none. It should have been none. But the Giants are going to go and lose. Like, we had a chance to go and either up a touchdown or up a field goal, and Russell Wilson sucks. Our fucking defense doesn't know how to jump onto a fucking fumble. There's so many wrong things with this fucking team. And that's why we're going to lose this game. Like I said, it's always snap, hold, kick, up. Butker's not going to miss from there. And the Chiefs will take a 9-6 lead into halftime. They also get the kickoff in the second half, so that's going to expand their lead when they come out. Mother fucker. So here's the thing. The Chiefs have played the way the Giants have needed them to play for the Giants to beat the Chiefs. The problem, the shakeup in this equation is that the Giants have played the way the Giants have needed to play in order for the Chiefs to win. And right now, the Giants are out sucking the Chiefs. Pecan says Russell's magic. I think he had his last load of greatness was last week against the Cowboys. And so, okay, here's the halftime question. Here's the halftime question before I go and make my another beverage here. I'm going to start another poll here. I'll get this. If I can. Oh, come on, stupid caps lock. Got a new poll question in the chat if you're interested. New poll question. Does Jackson Dart start the second half for the New York Giants? Yes or no? That's going to be a very interesting question. We are going to find out, though. I will let you know that. When we come back for the second half, we'll see what that all says. But let me go and get ready. Let me go and make my drink. I'll do the leaving now. I'll do the leaving now. Might as well, as they say, and just get ready for everything here. I want to thank everybody, first of all, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name is King. We are at halftime. The Chiefs 9, the Giants 6. Chiefs get the first kickoff of the second half. Hamster says the Chiefs still haven't found the end zone. That's what I said. This is what I was saying. I said the Chiefs have played the way the Giants needed the Chiefs to play in order for the Giants to win this game. But the Giants are just out-chiefing the Chiefs now. The Giants are sucking so much worse that even though the Chiefs are sucking, the Chiefs are probably still going to win because the Giants are out-sucking them. Crafty says, I don't think Dart starts in the second half, but I think he will enter late. That could definitely be something that happens. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Crafty also says the Giants could use a quarterback like the one that keeps lighting it up for the Colts. What's his name? If only we could have drafted a quarterback like that. Man, it sucks. You know what I mean? You know what's hilarious about that, Crafty, is that Pepperjack made that exact comment about 2.5 hours ago when we were watching some of the highlights of Daniel Jones. She said the same exact fucking thing. So, I mean, it's obvious to everybody. It's like, oh, man, if only the Giants had a guy like that. That'd be something, right? All right, let me go make my drink, and I will be right back here. And we'll get this all ready and settled up and ready for the second half. See you in a couple of minutes. lush groove. Gotta love it. Pepper Jack in the chat, she said, for years you said Danny Dimes wasn't the problem, and you defended that man every single day. That's right. That's right. That is 1,000% right. And as I mentioned a little bit before, earlier on here, it's hard when you're right all the time and still nobody listens. It's very hard. But, that is the burden I must carry. Ow, I think I'm sitting on my balls. Ugh. That's better. Crafty says only one drink per half. Dude, Crafty, if I did more than one drink per half, I would be... I'm barely intelligible as it is now. That's going to be a fun one next week. That's going to be fun. We'll see. Can the Packers kind of rebound from a very off game against the Browns this week? Oh, that's a jinx right there. They said the Chiefs have never won at the New York Football Giants. That's going to change tonight, I'll tell you that. That is going to change tonight. I'm currently in the chat. Does Jackson Dart start the second half? Right now, it is 67% say no. 33% say yes, he is going to start. Interesting. ELS in the chat says the Jets are 0-3 for the fourth time in the past 7 years and have been outscored 93-69. Nice. So far this season. But they ain't the same old Jets. No, they're pretty much the same old Jets. They are the Jets, just end the seasons. I still can't believe most of this week was so schizophrenic. The Bears and the Bears putting their belt to the Cowboys' ass was something. I thought the Bears were getting blown out. I thought the Cowboys were like, hey, they gave the Eagles a shot. They put up points against the Giants. Maybe should have lost to the Giants, but clearly the offense is working. Maybe the defense has some issues, but you don't have to have a good defense if you're going up against Caleb, right? You don't need a great defense if you're going up against Caleb. I guess maybe you do. Because now I'm starting to wonder, what's going to go on? Yes, the Eagles do have Tampa next, and Tampa is the Eagles' bugaboo. And so long as the referees don't kiss their ass like they did this week against the Rams and really kind of be in their back pocket, as long as that doesn't happen, I think Tampa Bay's got a shot. Because at this point, I wouldn't rule Tampa Bay out of any game. Because they'll find a way to win. And you had a blocked field goal, return for a touchdown. Jets take a 1-point lead with, I think, a minute or so left, or maybe a little over a minute left, and you're like, oh boy, this is going to be, we know Baker did it last week against the Texans. Are they going to be able to pull this off again? Really, 2 weeks in a row? And they did. So now when it comes to the Buccaneers, and I'm always a show me guy, I always show me first before I start to believe in something or say something. I'm going to have to see the Buccaneers not pull some kind of miracle off in order for me to think that they're out of any game. And also, I hate the Eagles, so fuck the Eagles. And I think the Bucs will get it. I think the Bucs will get them. I think they keep that bugaboo alive, and I certainly hope that happens. Hamster says Tampa got lucky 3 straight wins. He says the Eagles are going to win. Hamster just hates the Buccaneers because he's a Falcons fan. Understandable. I get it. You hate your division. I hate the Eagles. So. ELS says he thinks the Bucs win against the Eagles. Lloyd says Eagles definitely win next week. So we're kind of split in the chat here about who wins. Who do you think is going to win against the Eagles and Bucs next week? You can come into the chat and let us know. Let your voice be heard here on Stay Tuned Sports. Chat's open. It's free. It's available. Say what you want. Mean what you say. and help us out here. Hamster says the Eagles are going to win by a lot. I certainly hope that is not the case. If you are watching us, however, and not in the chat yet, which you should be, come on in. It's fun in there. Water is fine. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to help us out at all, please hit that like button. Hit that share button. Share us around to everybody you know, everybody you like, even people you don't like. I don't give a shit. Send it to everybody. And, of course, if you're a first-time watcher here, not subscribed yet, please hit that subscription button. Helps us out tremendously. Also, the notification bell. Hit that. Let you know when we go live, which we do a lot here during the NFL season, especially during the games. We watch along with the games. We'll be joining you live next Sunday at 9:30 a.m., getting you ready for the Ireland game between the Steelers and the Vikings, as we're getting ready for the third quarter to start here. And the kick is away. Down to about the 3-yard line. Chiefs are going to return it to the 20, to the 25, and maybe to the 26 on a bounce. I don't know. And that is where the Chiefs will begin this drive, first drive of the second half. Hamster, who has Tampa beat? Nobody. Saying that they haven't beat anybody, and one of the teams they did beat was the Falcons. Kind of shitting on your own team there. Because apparently the Falcons are trash. I didn't say the Falcons are trash, but today they definitely played like trash. So handoff here on first down to Pacheco, and they hit him in the backfield, but he's going to get about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Chiefs. Pecan just gives Hamster the big old LOL there in the chat. Mahomes with Pacheco in the backfield. Play action to Pacheco. Wide open. That's going to be caught by Hollywood Brown. First down, Chiefs. Chiefs are going to be down at the 46. So 1st and 10. Near midfield here for the Chiefs, playing from just the front of the Giants' helmet there at midfield. Hollywood Brown comes out, takes a breather. Mahomes under center. Don't see that a lot. That's going to be a handoff here to Pacheco, and Pacheco's going to run for 8 yards. Now in Giants territory are the Chiefs. Listen, Hamster, not only did Jimbo have the Texans winning the AFC, he had them at 15-2, and they are now 0-3. So, again, I said I don't believe in the Texans. The Texans aren't showing me anything. Like I just don't feel the Texans. And sure enough, who was right again? Why doesn't anybody ever listen to me? ELS says Jimbo's Texans prediction is dead pretty much. Handoff to Pacheco, and he's going to get stopped for about a yard loss. Abdul Carter with the stop. Just stood him straight up. Great job. That's why we drafted you, baby. So 3rd and 3 now upcoming with that yard loss. Mahomes back, looks, throw, caught by Kelsey, first down and more, down to the 34-yard line as he dances like a little schooly girl and says first down. So the Giants defense once again cannot get off the field. Terrible at 3rd downs is this Giants defense. As Chris Collinsworth has creamed himself, once again, talking about Travis Kelce. Much in the same way I cream myself when I talk about Taylor Swift. Hey, listen, it all happens. We have our weaknesses. Nothing can be done about it. Mahomes takes the snap. Quick throw. That's caught. Good for 8 yards. Hollywood Brown again. As now the Chiefs are at the 27-yard line of the New York Football Giants as they are marching down this field on the opening drive. Hampshire says, no matter what happens the rest of this year, we will all remember Week 3. I don't think there's a doubt We're going to be in week 15, week 16, and be like, man, remember the wild shit that happened in week 3? Week 3, by far, so far, has been the wildest week of the 2025 season, without a doubt. And I don't know if there's going to be one that beats it. We'll see. That's going to be an end around here for the Chiefs, and they're going to get another first down to the 22-yard line. Rashid Smith with the carry there for the Chiefs. Get him the first down at the 22. It was absolutely a WTF week. This was those 1 o'clock games threw me for a loop. And I'm trying to watch the Rams-Eagles game, and really the Rams should have won that game, which would have been another holy shit, what kind of moment there, even though I picked the Rams to win. It's going to be another handoff counter there to Pacheco, and he's going to get another first down at the 11-yard line. First and 10 Chiefs, as they have decided to stop fucking around, and they are going to put the boot on the throat of the New York Football Giants. This drive has the feeling of 6 coming up. Crafty says the Giants defense did not return from the locker room. I do not disagree. Handoff to Pacheco, and he's going to – and here's the thing. This drive has basically been all runs here from Kansas City's running game with Pacheco, who has been a big question these first couple games and even into last year, is carving up this Giants front, which with Dexter Lawrence and this Giants front seven is supposed to be so good. Dexter Lawrence checking back into the game here. What are we doing? Now they're going to check Dexter Lawrence. It's going to be a pass play. I guarantee you that. They're going to see Dexter come in, they're going to call a pass play, and this one's going right to the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. Probably fucking Gray, which I don't know. Is Kelsey in the game? I don't know if Kelsey's in the game or not. This feels like Gray. This feels like a Gray touch. Nope, it's going to be a quick pass out to Juju Smith-Schuster. He's going to get to the 5-yard line, but no further. 3rd and 3 upcoming for the Chiefs. Giants defense yelling at each other. That's not a surprise. But as we've mentioned, the Giants on 3rd down are shit. Pecan says Taylor Swift threatened Travis at halftime. Maybe, but stop fucking up. I don't date fucking losers. I don't marry fucking losers. You better get your ass out there and fucking play right. Are you telling me? I think that's legitimately something. 3rd and 3. Mahomes looks, throws. That's caught and a touchdown. Kansas City Chiefs and the Giants have lost this game. Game is over. Tyquan Thornton. And wrap it up, folks. It is over. It is done. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be victorious over the New York Giants. The Giants have to overcome what's going to be a 10-point deficit. Oh, God. Oh, you're too funny. 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 Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is going to be a good extra point. And there it is, 16-6, Kansas City. And they just marched down that field like the Giants' defense wasn't there. That was a scrimmage. That was a practice. That was nothing. The Chiefs came out and said, all right, we're done fucking around. This team fucking sucks. Let's fucking put it on them. And here we are, 10 points. Now, can they add on the other 14 to make my prediction correct of losing by 24 or more points for the New York Giants at home in a primetime game? We shall see. That is really the only drama left in the game. The drama, whether the Giants are going to possibly win this game, that's gone. That was, first of all, I never had that. That was all on you guys in the chat. I blame you. But as for now, all of that thought process is done, dusted, gone, over. That has nothing to do with this. There is no thought of whether the Giants can win this game. That is verboten. All that's left now is, can the Chiefs make my prediction real of winning by 24 points or more? That's the drama. That's the tension. That's what we have to watch for here for the rest of this Sunday night. Pecan says, yeah, but Russell, never mind. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Pecan. Hamster says Rosie O'Donnell hasn't started singing yet. Oh, that bitch is warmed up, my friend. ELS saying, all right, we need Dart now. This is what I'm saying. We'll see what happens here. That's why I still have the poll up there. It is still 67 to 33% saying that Dart will not start the second half. We'll see how much Dable wants his job. Because part of me feels like he wouldn't want to know anyway. Just looking on Twitter here for a second. Checking out some things here. Sorry about that. ELS is crying for the Giants to put Wilson on the bench. You and probably every other Giants fan out there. At this point, I don't care. Like, it's whatever gets Daboll fired faster, we'll do that. I'm just rooting like hell for Daniel Jones right now. That's what really matters to me. Big Colts fan for the rest of the year. Crafty says the next drive might be Russell's last. If they put him in there, yeah, I think this might be a, hey, you get a touchdown for us. If the Giants go 3 and out, you might get Dart because the crowd will get fucking loud. And here's the kickoff. Singletary's going to bring it to the 32-yard line about on the return. Let's see. At this point, feed Scatterbo. Yeah, he might get a play where he loses a yard or two, but it'll also give you a play where he gains 20. So at this point, just hand it to the fucking rockhead. We'll see. And that's it. Yeah, Russell Wilson is out there. And a handoff to Scatterbo. That's the way to do it. He's going to bounce outside and get nowhere. So no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the New York Giants. Andrew Thomas not back out there again. Again, they said they were going to have him kind of on a pitch count for the game, so he wasn't going to playing all the games, and that that's fine. Just the Giants' desperate need of a fucking good offensive lineman, but let's just not have him out there. Oh, we're worried about his foot. Well, that's fine. When everybody's fired, and then that's fine. Let's wait for that. Let's wait for everybody to be fired. 2nd and 10, Russell Wilson back. He's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he's going to get a first down and more. Slides down at the 45. First down, Giants. Hamster says the Titans are actually pretty good. Just played one tough-ass schedule. I like what I've seen. Listen, I'm going to say this. No, are the Titans a good team? No. They're bad, but they're a good bad. Kind of like how I was feeling about the Saints for the first 3 weeks up until this game. Kind of the same with the Titans. They're and they got put Dart is in the game now. So Wilson played 1 or 2 plays, and now they got Dart in after that run. Is this going to be a handoff or a pass? It's probably going to be a handoff. And Dart is going to pull it down, and then he's just going to run, gains 2 yards. That is all. I don't disagree, Hamster. I think the Titans can be good. And Russell Wilson back on the field. Dart is out, and the crowd boos. As they're trying to pump up Dart on the broadcast here, but Dart fucking sucks. So, I don't mean Dart sucks, but Dart on the Giants sucks. You got to wait for Dart to go to a good team for him to be good. Oh, they're really excited about him. Yeah, all right. If you're excited about him, put him in the fucking game then. Because everybody's going to be out of a job if you don't. If you keep on doing the same shit you're doing, you're out of the job anyway. Russell Wilson pump fakes to nobody, and that's going to be a sack. So the crowd's getting loud. 3rd and a long fucking way coming up here for the Giants. And that Giants offensive line once again showing how. Look at that! Oh, what wonderful protection! That's just top quality fucking offensive line work, isn't it, boys? Isn't it, boys? Isn't it, boys? What great work! 3rd and 12 for the Giants. Russell Wilson and Chris Jones. Okay, Russell's going to pull it down, and he's going to be short. Gets to the 49-yard line of the Chiefs. That's going to be 6-7 yards short of the first down. Giants are going to punt. And the crowd boos. There's nothing else to do. Like, you let the game get away. It's going to get away from. Here's the thing. The Giants are going to punt this ball away, and the Chiefs are going to go ahead and go down the field and score. Remigio is back there to catch it. I hate fucking football. I hate my football life. Whoa! Running into the kicker. No flag. And that's going to be caught. Brought up to about the 19-yard line for the Chiefs, and that's where they're going to start off as they get ready for a break. Coming up here on NBC Peacock. Here over on the cock. You're watching along with us here on Stay Tuned Sports, and if you are, thank you so very much. As the cock has just every commercial break here on Peacock has been nothing but this Olivia Rodrigo commercial for fucking American Express, which again, I don't mind watching Olivia Rodrigo as much as I can, but I mean, at this point, it's becoming a little much. Fucking change your fucking your commercials up here, Peacock. ELS in the chat says the Giants' offensive line be like, what is pass blocking? What is creating lanes for runners? What is any of that? But now we're going to get to see, because this was the point that was brought up a little bit earlier in the chat. Crafty, I believe, brought it up. If Russell Wilson didn't really do anything in this, if the Giants didn't move the ball, make any significant progress with this particular drive, which they did not, would that be Russell's last drive? And then, of course, you put in Jackson Dart in there for some reason on a play randomly, whatever. At this point, do you just fucking, like, you're going to have to bite the bullet at some point. Like, he's not doing anything. Like, Russell Wilson isn't doing anything. The Giants' offense isn't doing anything. Does putting the young kid in there to get murdered by this offensive line help? No. But again, if you're the coaching staff, what other choice do you have? This is jobs on the line, man. Everybody's got a job on the line. And eventually you're going to have to make some kind of choice here. Hamster says, I'll say no team has looked I was going to say the only team to me that truly looked unbeatable was the Packers up until today. So, when you get beat, you clearly can be beat and clearly look beatable. I think other teams have been good. Even some of the 3-0 teams have been good. The Colts honestly look good. The Bills, outside of that tough one with the Ravens, looked good. Even with a little bit of a struggle with the Dolphins on a short week, they were still able to put it away. So, I mean, you might be able to say the Bills there. We'll see how the Ravens are. Again, but the Ravens have already been beaten by the Bills, so there's nothing you could say there. Same with the Lions. They lost to the Packers. Like, again, it's... Hey, the Niners are 3-0. Or, do they look unbeatable? Like, that's what I mean. The Eagles are nowhere near being the best team in the NFL right now. Even the games they've won, they've looked like shit. That's going to be Hunt for the carry for about 1-2 yards. They might give him 3 for falling forward, but we'll see. Like, the Eagles aren't I say even with the Packers losing today, I think the Packers are a better team than the Eagles. I think the Packers right now at 2-1 are better than the 3-0 Eagles team. And we'll find out later in the year, but if the Packers play the Eagles, I think the Packers win, and I don't think it's particularly close. Pick a prediction and stick with it, Lord. So, quick throw by Mahomes here. And on 2nd and 7, that's going to be about 2.5 yards short of the first down. 3rd and short coming up. Yeah, hamster. But shoulda and woulda and coulda, it doesn't matter. It matters what you did. Like the Jets should have won today by all rights, but they didn't. The Falcons should have scored a field goal today, at least 2, and they didn't. So. ELS says, all right, we need something funny to happen to Kansas City. We'll see. Mahomes throws over the middle. That's going to be Gray for the first down. Here he is. It's just, this is the methodical. We're already at 3:12, 3:11, 3:10 of the third quarter. The clock is just ticking. Kansas City's got a 10-point lead. They're probably going to add to it on this particular drive. And like I said, this game is all but over. I said it was, once Kansas City scored in their opening drive, I said it was over. Opening drive of the second half, knew it was over. Now it's just a case of, do they make my prediction come true of the 24-plus point win? No, but Hamster, nobody is, like, you're never going to really have that. Like, the real just everybody whipping, some team just whipping other teams. Plus, a lot of teams started off with division games. A lot of teams started off against other good teams. Like, it's not, nobody's really had a schedule where you can kind of open up whipping everybody. I mean, the Chargers are 3-0, and they had 3 division games right out the bat. Now, whether you think the Raiders or the Chiefs are any good, or even the Broncos at this point, the fact that they had to play 3 division games straight, 1 in Brazil, 1 in Las Vegas, and then 1 in Los Angeles, so they played 3 division games at 3 different locations and 2 different continents, is impressive to me for the Chargers. So, if anything, maybe the Chargers are one of the more impressive teams in the NFL right now, even though they've had some close games of late. I like that. The Colts, I think the Colts look great. I think the Colts really are one of these teams that are a team that can surprise some teams if they can maintain the way they've been playing. I think the Colts are a team you have to look out for now. Travis Kelce out of the game, looking sad. 3rd and 1 upcoming here. The Chiefs have to get to the 47-yard line. Throws, dropped by Thornton. He had that, and that would have been a touchdown probably if he caught that. 4th and 1. Chiefs are going to stay on the field. Yeah, you'll make it. You'll make the 4th and 1 against this fucking Giants defense, Kansas City. Come on. Let's be honest. Yeah, I was going to say the Chiefs are going to punt. The Chiefs are going to punt on 4th and 1. No, the fuck they're not. Hand that ball to Kareem Hunt. He's going to get you at least 4 yards and probably get you 10 or 12 considering this Giants defense. And the Giants take a timeout because they're confused. No shit! Wow, the Giants are confused. Oh, I didn't put the timeouts back up there. I knew I forgot something during halftime. Get the timeouts back up there. That was the thing. Last year when you looked at the Saints, that was something. Yeah. So we'll see. The Saints last year, they scored 96 points in their first 2 games, and then was that close game with the Eagles but that was mostly Sirianni. Because the Eagles could have won that game comfortably, but he kept on passing up field goals and making stupid decisions. Jimbo lost his mind during that game. So Kansas City is going to end up punting the ball here. Why? Just give it to Kareem Hunt. That's a first down. That's an easy first down. You keep the clock moving. You keep like that. I don't understand. What part of this Giants defense has shown that they can stop you? Olszewski gets it at the 11. He's going to return it up to the 20. So the Giants get the ball at the 20-yard line. And Russell Wilson will come back on the field to try to fuck this up. And let's see how he does. Let's see if he can get 3 interceptions in this game. I bet you he does. I bet you he does. Stop with the American Express commercial, cock. God. Peacock. Just the worst. Hamster said, yes, it's always early in the year. Like, nobody knows who the really great teams are in week 3 of any year, Hamster. Any year, nobody knows. And we all think we know. We all think we have an idea, but nobody ever knows. And we have an idea of, you can look at the talent and see who are the better teams. We know the Packers are a better team, the Lions, the Eagles, the Bills, the Ravens, the Chargers. I think we have to throw the Colts into there now. Like, we know the teams those teams are talented and they're good. Then you have the other teams that right now are like, might be 3-0, but it's 3-0 on maybe shaky ground, like the 49ers, but I mean, I would be tempted not to say the Buccaneers, because I think the Buccaneers are good. They have talent. And Mike Evans being hurt with the hamstring injury is going to be bad. But with Baker Mayfield, they're never out of any game. So, like, you can maybe say maybe the Buccaneers put them in that category. But I'm not willing to sit there and say right now, like, oh, we have a clear-cut favorite. But I never said that anyway last year. Like, even last year. Like, again, if you looked at the Eagles last year, did you think that they were a clear-cut favorite in the NFC? No, not even close. That could be, Hamster. Hamster in the chat says some 3-0 team will miss the playoffs. That could happen. And there might be a team that's 0-3 that makes it. Very unlikely, but it could. Lloyd says you suspect the Chargers will be that 3-0 team that doesn't make the playoffs. I don't think so, Lloyd. I think the Chargers are at least going to make the wild card. But right now they have a 3-0 lead in the division. So you're talking about they already have a game up on everybody. Even if the Chiefs win this game, they have an outright 2-game lead on everybody, and because they already have a tiebreaker against these other teams, it's really a 3-game lead on the rest of the division. Like, they would have to have a complete and utter total collapse for the next 10 weeks for them to miss the playoffs, and I don't think that's going to happen. Russell Wilson, play action, back, looks, throws, gets the scatterball out of the backfield to the 30, to the 35, runs over a cornerback to the 40-yard line, does scatterball, first down for the Giants. Oh, I forgot to move the possession arrow. Oh, no, I have the possession arrow right. Never mind. I thought I had to move it over. I didn't. We're good. I was going to say the Chargers right now, look, early season, if we're making early season, I think the Chargers are good just for the simple fact of how they've performed in division. 1st and 10 from the 40.5-yard line. Russell Wilson out of the backfield again to Theo Johnson, the tight end, and he's pushing, and he's pushing, and he's pushing, and he's still pushing, and he gets to the first down marker. First down, Giants, 10-yard gain. Boy, Theo Johnson did not give up on that play. He looks a little worse for wear for it. And that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. The number changes. And you in the chat and me here, we celebrate because we never leave a game early, whether we're in the stands or watching here on YouTube with your boys from Stay Tuned Sports. Get the fours up. We are all 4 quarters here, ladies and gentlemen. Get your fours up. Look at my big, giant mutant hands. If you've got mutant hands, if you've got short, stubby hands, if you're Jason Pierre-Paul and have half hands, doesn't matter. Somehow get a 4. If you have to do a 4 like this, get them up. Get the 4s up. 4th quarter upcoming here at the Giant HVAC unit in the Meadowlands. And we'll see. Giants starting to move the ball. Let's see how we fuck this up. Let's get ready for that as the bunch of 4s hit us there in the chat. Pecan, Hamster, ELS, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching along, chat's open. Come in. Water's fine. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to your boy King. Great to see you here. Let me know if I talk too much. Let me know if I should shut the fuck up. Let me know if my opinions are bad. Probably all 3 are correct. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Chat's open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. If you like what you're watching, and why the fuck would you? But if you do, please hit that like, share, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Let you know when we go live, which we do a lot during the NFL season. If you want to help us out in a more fiduciary fashion, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store and our Discord, and to go vote for my nephew, by the way. So we have a bunch of links there in the top of the chat in the description below this video. You can donate money. You can buy products for money. You can join us in the Discord and just join the community. Or you can go ahead and vote for my nephew to be Youth Athlete of the Year, which would definitely help him out, and it would be a great favor, and thank you so very much if you did that. All those available top of the chat, description below. Thank you so much. Lloyd says, your accent annoys me. It's the Jersey accent, baby. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're from Jersey, baby. We don't like you either. That's. I got a shirt that says that. I made that shirt, by the way. ELS in the chat says, Isaiah Rodgers is the first player in NFL history with a pick six, a fumble returned for a touchdown, and 2 forced fumbles in a single game, and he did it all in the first half. Impressive work if you can do it. Lloyd says, King, you should do Saturday night Discord nights. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about once we got more people in the Discord, which we kind of have now, we have at least you guys there. Might do like a Saturday night, like Q&A, Friday night, Saturday night kind of Q&A situation, and just kind of start building the community a little bit. Do a live little show, live little chat, and maybe we'll do that. Russell Wilson takes a snap on 1st and 10, throws. Is that caught? Beat, we're in, and he's in, and we've got a flag. Are they going to say he was out of bounds and was the first to catch it? That might be something. Yep. Just the edge of his shoes were on the white, but that is the case, so that's illegal touching on the Giants. Hamster says, what a catch, but not a catch. It is not a catch. So it'll be 2nd and 10. I don't know. We'd have to see. I'd have to see how Jimbo on Saturday nights is usually pretty well into the Jameson, so I don't know how much of a great talker he would be at that point. I mean, we could see. I'm gonna bring it up to him. I'll run it by him and see what he wants to do. Jimbo is maybe sometimes not really receptive to a lot of that stuff, or wanting to do more than just some of the little stuff that we do here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Giants. They are at the 49-yard line of the Chiefs. Wilson throws. That's going to be caught by Malik Neighbors, his first catch of the game. And that's going to be 4 yards. Third and 6 upcoming. Russell Wilson in shotgun, empty back. Oh, no, it wasn't an empty backfield. He did have Singletary. Wilson looks, throws another moon ball. This is going to be picked, isn't it? Almost should have been picked. And Malik Neighbors is down. He's out. Him and Cook. That's great. Malik Neighbors is hurt. 1 catch and then hurt. Because Russell Wilson threw up another fucking moon ball. Just a fucking 50-50 catch it. And the Giants got 4th and 6, and they're going to punt. Fuck this team. Fuck this team. Fuck this team. Underthrow it. And then, Neighbors and Cook just smashed heads. The Giants, you can't punt. You can't punt. You need to score. If you give up the ball again, you lose. Fuck this team. Fuck this team. Stop giving Russell Wilson. He's throwing these balls, and they're fucking short every single time. No idea, ELS. What other quarterback do they have? I mean, they signed a couple other guys, but I think all those other guys are less than Jake Browning. So unless you're going to trade for like Kirk Cousins, I think you run with Browning for now. Until you can find someone better. I don't think they have anybody on the roster better than Jake Browning, and I know that's saying something, especially with the performance he had in this game against Minnesota, but that's what it looks like. Because here's the thing: if the Giants punt this ball, Hamster, like my thought process is this: if the Giants punt the ball, even if the Chiefs don't get a touchdown or a score, they'd probably end up getting at least a field goal, I would imagine. But they're going to eat up so much clock, and then you're talking about a 13-point game that's still 2 scores. It's a two-score game now anyway, with 10 points. But then you make it a 2-touchdown game, and it just doesn't feel like Hamster says, trade for Cousins, please. Considering how Penix played today, are you sure about that, Hamster? You sure you want to trade Cousins right now when Penix had the game that he had today? I would say maybe put a pause on that. Let's wait and see. I don't know if I'm the Falcons right now, having a $100 million backup quarterback doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. Boy, Cracker Barrel's really trying to push now. They really got the ads out now, don't they? That's funny. And the Giants are staying on the field for 4th and 6. Let's see how we fuck up this play. All right, just check Twitter to see if there's anything going on. Just people making fun of the Giants, which is to be expected, which is pretty honest. So here we go, 4th and 6. Fucking Russell Wilson. Wan'Dale Robinson in motion. Takes a snap. Look, throw. Oh, Wan'Dale Robinson with the catch and then fumbles the ball. There's a flag on the play. Hold on. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're going to get bailed out by the officials. Oh, let's see. God damn this fucking team. Pass interference on the Chiefs. Spot of the foul. Automatic for Giants got bailed out by McDuffie and the officials. They're going to say, that's... But Robinson, dude, you got to fucking hold on to that ball. I don't give a shit that he's lucky as hell that that's going back to the Giants. But you got to be able to hold on to the ball. How do you... Unbelievable. Lloyd's like, wow, am I watching a parody? Dude, this is just a comedy. The Giants football, comedy of errors. Join the... Catch the fever. Wilson back throws. Scatterbo out of the backfield. Scatterbo off balance again, but he gets 12 yards. First down. Now at the 28-yard line are the Giants. ELS, that's, again, another Week 3 surprise with that Bears game. I had the Cowboys winning, and I had the Cowboys winning easily in that game. Boy, that did not turn out to be the case. Fucking unbelievable, this fucking Giants team. So from the 28, 1st and 10. Play action. Man hurts. Man, that does hurt, but it is a catch. 2nd down coming up for the Giants. Going to be 2nd and about 4 or 5, depending on the spot. Are they bringing Dart in again? They're bringing Dart in again. Why? I don't know. Are we going to run him? We're going to do something. He's going to fucking throw a pick. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you doing? Brian Dable needs to be fired. Brian Dable needs to be fired. Brian Dable needs to be fired. That's all. To a handoff to Scatterbo. He's going to get a first down and more down to the 11. What was the point of bringing in fucking Jackson Dart? Dumb. Dart is still in the game. Wow, they kept Dart in. That's going to be another handoff to Scatterboo, and he's going to get 3 yards on the carry. Wilson comes back in, Dart out, and the crowd boos. Why bring Dart to hand it off? Like they're trying to say, like, oh, it might be a bit of the option that make the... Yeah, like Russell Wilson can't run. Like Russell Wilson, I think, is the Giants' leading rusher today outside of Scatterbo. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Russell Wilson takes the snap. Now rolls out to his right. Throws. That's going to be caught. They're going to mark him at the 6. So 3rd and 4 upcoming. Slayton caught it at the 5, but went backwards, I guess, and the official said he reestablished himself. Lloyd says maybe this is where me and you eat. No, we're not eating crow. The Giants are losing. The Giants are losing this game, Lloyd. I don't know what to tell. Here's the thing. I've watched New York Giants football for all 44 years of my life. Even when I was a baby, even the parts that I don't remember, I've watched Giants football. So somewhere in this gray matter, in this fucking skull, is memories of watching the Giants back in 1981 somewhere. It's there. So all of that potential possible information for 44 years of life are here. And it's all calculated. It's all computed. And I know the Giants are not winning this game. We're down 10, 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. If you the Giants, this Giants team, especially coming back to it, are you out of your fucking mind? Not a chance. Not a chance. So here we go, Giants lineup. Clock is moving after the injured Chief has been removed from the field. Russell Wilson's going to carry it and gets a loss of a yard. So 4th down. Told you, Lloyd. Told you, Lloyd. Told you, Lloyd. Giants are going to try a field goal with injured Gano. Snap, hold, kick is up, and Gano makes it. Gano is hurt. He probably ripped his nut up into his fucking throat. But the Giants make it a 7-point game again. Way to go. Brian Dable, again, just trying to rip Gano's groin like he's a 16-year-old girl in high school at prom. Lloyd in the chat says, King is right. He knows the Giants all too well. I'm not sure if you did it on purpose as a Taylor reference because I got Taylor on the screen, and you know I like Taylor Swift as much as I do. But if you did, kudos. That's very nice. Lloyd says he has night terrors from his years growing up. Like, here's the thing. Well, because here's the thing. When I was younger, the Giants, that was like the mid-'80s when we kind of, like in 86, I was 5 years old. I remember a little bit of that Super Bowl year. And that Super Bowl, and then in 90, when we won our second Super Bowl, I remember that. Then I remember the rest of the 90s with fucking Dave Brown and Danny Cannello as our quarterback, where we were fucking garbage. I remember all that. And I remember most of the early to mid 2000s because we went to the Super Bowl surprisingly with fucking Kerry Collins in what was that, 2001, and then got boat raced by the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Which again, there were a couple of bad calls in that Super Bowl. And then after that, we were pretty bad for a while until we got to 2007. And even 2007, we started 0-2, and then ended up making it to the Super Bowl and beating the previously unbeaten Patriots, which what a game that was. And then we were good on and off again. Then we made the Super Bowl again in the 2011 season. And then since then, it's been like the 90s. This is from the 2012 season until now has been the longest stretch of bad Giants football that I've watched in my life. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna change. Because here's the thing. Now you got to remember, the Giants are down 7. So if by some miracle they're able to stop the Chiefs on this next drive and get the ball back, and let's say we even score a touchdown, now we're down a point. Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Good call out. You're right. You called it right. Taylor ham. Like, will we be able to kick the extra point? Will that get blocked? Will Gano be able to do it again since his groin got ripped to shreds on that particular field goal? Like, what will happen? Like, it feels like even the Giants are able to pull out a miracle, they'll still lose by a point. That's what it feels like. Chiefs are going to get the ball up about the 23-yard line as they start this next drive of theirs here in the fourth quarter. Again, as I said, the Chiefs have played the game that the Giants needed them to play for the Giants to win. But the Giants are so inept that they're out-sucking the suckness of the Chiefs in this game. Dexter Lawrence on the sideline. They're saying he might be injured with an elbow injury. Jesus Christ. Oh, Mahomes getting rushed. Has to hurry the throw. Thibodeau actually showing up a little bit in this game more than I've seen him in the fucking 4 years he's been with the Giants. 3rd and 6 upcoming. Thibodeau with a great... He actually got right by. Good job by Thibodeau. I don't say that a lot. But good job by Thibodeau. So, 3rd and 6 upcoming. Let's see. Giants defense seems confused. There's an uncovered Chief. Mahomes back. Thibodeau pushing back. Mahomes throws. Caught. First down and more for the Chiefs near now the 48-yard line. That's why everybody's like, oh, the Giants have a chance. They got a real chance to stop him. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Like, you think? You think that Giants defense is going to get off the field on 3rd down? This Giants team? Get off the field on 3rd down? Are you fucking insane? This Giants team can't get off the field on 3rd down. Eat shit. Excuse me, Chris Collinsworth? Thornton with the catch, and now the Chiefs at midfield, 48-yard line. They're on 48. Rashard Smith out of the backfield. He's going to get about a 9-yard gain. And the Chiefs have a 2nd and 1 upcoming as they are now in Giants territory. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter. Giants are going to need some kind of turnover or something here, which is not out of the realm of possibility. The Chiefs have really sucked in this game. Like that's not out of the realm of possibility. But I wouldn't bet on it. I'll just say that. Mahomes throws. That's going to be caught by Hollywood Brown. And that's a first down. They move the chains. And I take a drink. Alcohol is my only friend when I watch the Giants because they suck. Mahomes hands it off here to Pacheco, and that's going to get met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. ELS says, all right, Kansas City, time for that funny stuff that we wanted before. ELS trying to will into existence a turnover. Again, you tried to do that before, and the Giants just refused to take it. So I have a feeling here this will be a dropped interception. Even if it is, it'll be a fumble that's somehow recovered then by the Chiefs. Like, the Giants will find a way to fuck this up. Mahomes, deep pass, open, caught. Did he scoot into the end zone? They're going to say they did. Touchdown, Chiefs, and this game is over. I mean, it was over before. When I said it was over, it's still over. Let's see. Did he drop it? Oh, no, that's incomplete. That is an incomplete pass. Take that off the board. Take that off the board. That is not a touchdown. That fucker was moving. Video assist says incomplete pass. Incomplete. ELS says fuck the Chiefs. Hamster says I can't stand the Chiefs. And Hamster says, hold on. Wait a minute. So 3rd and 10 now from just inside the Giants' 40-yard line, about the 39 3/4 yard line. But it's, again, the Giants on 3rd down, so they don't get off the field on 3rd downs. I've said it before. I'll say it again, and it is true. Giants trying to get some pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes, again, just chucks it up. And again for Thornton, and this time he does catch it right at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Chiefs, told you. Told you. I told you. And there's Brian Dable realizing that you're getting fired, you fat Ozempic fuck. And again, Phillips. Phillips has just been getting, like, what a piece of shit. Fucking, I would rather have Adoree Jackson back on this fucking team than Phillips. This guy's got fucking burned every fucking time. He's either taken massive, stupid fucking penalties or he's just gotten burned. Fucking terrible. 1st and goal, Chiefs. Handoff, touchdown. This one is gonna stick. And the Giants fucking suck. Yeah, we're getting out. The Chiefs have sucked in this game, and they've still scored 22, about to score 23 points. That's how bad the Giants are. Well, we got a flag down. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on the Chiefs. Not that it fucking matters. I tried to tell everybody, Giants at home. It's the Giants at home in prime time. This is what you get. And where was I wrong? Where was I wrong? Am I ever wrong? Never. Except sometimes, but those don't count. So this becomes a very, very long extra point. I told you were dumb to pick the Giants. Nobody wants to listen to me. Kick is no good. No good on the extra point. Not that it fucking matters. Not that it matters. Not in this game. 6 minutes left. That's all that's left. Hopefully, Dayball's fired immediately. Yeah. Fire that fat fuck. Fire that bald piece of shit. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that fat Ozempic. Fuck sucking motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck the Giants too. Yeah, Giants fucking suck. With Dayball, he's a piece of shit. Yeah, he's really bad. Daniel Jones is playing really good. I told you, and the Giants would suck, and I'm right too. That's right. Yeah, Elos, why not? Put fucking Dart in the rest of the game. What's the worst that could happen? He gets fucking murdered? I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Like, if I'm Dayball, I don't give a shit either. I'm going to get fired. Might as well throw the kid. Oh, whoa, the kid might get hurt. I don't give a shit. I'm getting fired anyway. Fucking throw the kid out there. Hamster, there's 6 minutes left. There's 6 minutes left. The Giants haven't been able to do anything in 54 minutes of gameplay. What makes you think they're going to pull off 2 scores, 2 touchdowns in fucking 6 minutes? Where do you think their defense is going to stop the Chiefs? If they score and then have to kick it off again, they'll never see the ball again. And if we try to go for an onside kick, we're not going to get what part of this? Where is your mathing? You can't math. And I'm bad at math, but I'm still mathing better than your math. That felt good. That felt cathartic. ELS. Yeah, sure. Let me know what your the fall flavors, the flavors of fall coffee collection. Yeah, I'll help you out with the flavors. That's fine. I'm kind of doing my own thing. Like I just started adding like cinnamon to my own coffee. Like I started adding those like spices and shit to it, and having my own, just doing my own little flavors there. They're going to show the Giants last 10 seasons at home a 3.399 winning percentage. Second worst in team history, 1-8 since 2004 home. Hey, wow. It's almost like I've been saying this for the last week. Thank you, NBC, for letting me know. Hey, Mara, you're going to fire these fucking assholes on the screen there, Dable and Shane? How about that? Hey, maybe do something right for change, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker. Singletary gets it up to the 36, 37 yard line on the kickoff. Who gives a shit? ELS, the flavors of fall coffee collection is Southern pecan, cinnamon hazelnut, fuck hazelnut, oatmeal cookie, that sounds good. I like oatmeal cookie. Caramel crumb bun, that sounds good. Apple pie, good. Pumpkin pie, good. Chocolate brownie, that's a very good for a good dessert coffee. Chocolate and coffee just kind of go together. Maple pecan, I would like maple more than the Southern, I think. And salted caramel. Caramel coffee always works, too. That's a handoff to Scatterbo. He gets about 9 yards on the carry. Clock is tick, 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 ticking. Giants only have 2 timeouts because they had to take a timeout before. Yeah. I would say ELS. I would be like, yeah, like that's, I really do. I would like, hazelnut's the only one I don't think I would like there. The cinnamon hazelnut. Scatterbo out of the backfield, first down and more. Yeah. I would choose probably the maple pecan over the Southern pecan, and I would just omit the cinnamon hazelnut. But oatmeal cookie look like, how many flavors are you looking for? Are you going to try all of them anyway, or are you just, And Russell Wilson takes the sack there back all the way at the 50, loses a bunch of yardage. The 2nd and 15 upcoming here for the Giants. Yeah. I like all salted caramels, classic. Chocolate brownie sounds great. Pumpkin pie, that's your pumpkin coffee there. That's good. Apple pie. I had that last year too. That was very good. Caramel crumb bun sounds good. That sounds good. So that's going to be caught by Slayton, first down, Giants. Clock is ticking, 4:44 and counting remaining. Giants still have 2 timeouts. 1 per day. So what have you had? How many have you had any of them yet, ELS? Or do you have all of them already and now you're just going to try it? Flag up. Singletary is going to get a couple yards. Let's see what the flag is. So if you have all, start, let's see, because it's still kind of warm out. So if you're going to start out tomorrow, I would say illegal shift on the Giants. 5-yard penalty, remain first down. I would say, since it's still going to be warm, well, it's warm here anyway. It's still going to be in the 70s and 80s this week coming up. So, start with the Southern Pecan. Why not? Start with something a little warmer, and then you can move your way up, both location-wise and as far as coffee flavors go. Or you could start off with the worst in my mind, and that would be the hazelnut. Wilson throws. He gets it to his tight end. 2nd and 10 upcoming. 4:13, 12, 11 remaining here. Again, this game is just done. I'm imagining the crowd is probably emptying out, as well they should. Hampton says it's officially fall in a few hours. Yeah, but the weather's not like it, and I hate it. I want it to be fucking cold already. I want it to be 56, 57 degrees, fucking cloudy, drizzly all the time. I want it to be fucking Scotland. That's what I want. I want it to be Scotland right now, and it's not, and I don't like it. ELS says Southern Pecan is indeed going to be tomorrow's flavor. Good. I like it. Big throw, of course, from Russell Wilson. Well off target. Malik Neighbors was the intended receiver, but by intended receiver, that intends that he had a chance to catch the ball. He did not. No, because not an hour, Lord, because again, with fall, it's like a certain time. When is the fall? Autumn equinox. 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. on the 22nd. So we're still quite away from the fall equinox. So not quite fall yet. 4th and 5. Russell Wilson throws. Caught! That's down at the 5-yard line. Wan'Dale Robinson with the catch. 3:22, 21, 20 remaining for the Giants. Giants get the ball. Wilson throws well out of the back of the end zone, throwing it to nobody. 2nd and goal coming up. Yeah, it was a good catch, Hamster. It was a good catch. As you can tell, I'm just riveted with excitement by that catch by the New York Giants. Giants putting together a very good sustained drive right now when the game's over, and it doesn't fucking matter, as is typical for the New York Giants. They said intentional grounding on Russ Wilson for throwing that into the fucking third row of the stands. So that's going to move the Giants back 5 yards. So, again, they always shoot themselves in the fucking foot when they even get close. Russ Wilson, that's going to be 16 flags on the night total. Again, that's all flags thrown. That's not flags accepted. There are some flags that get declined, some flags that get picked up. But if the flag is thrown, what we do here on Stay Tuned Sports is we count every single flag thrown, no matter what. So that's why the number is 16. So 2nd and goal from the 9 now. Or, I'm sorry, from the 14. Wilson is going to just pull it down and run for some fucking reason down to the 11. waste more time. The crowd is just booing because what the fuck? Fire Kafka, fire Dable, fire the entire staff. Bring in a whole new staff. I don't care. I don't care who the fuck you bring in. Bring in a high school staff. Bring in Don Bosco Prep's fucking staff. Bring in anybody else because this team is fucking garbage. The coaching staff is garbage. The organization is garbage. Everything about this Giants team sucks from the top to the fucking bottom. Fire the fucking janitor. Again, Russell Wilson throws it well out of the end zone. That's going to be another intentional grounding. Move him back another more yards, and it's going to be 4th and goal from well the fuck back there, probably. This fucking team. Oh, they didn't call intentional grounding on that? What a fucking lucky break. I fucking hate this fucking team so much. Just hate this fucking team. By the way, the only time the Giants scored touchdowns this season is against the Cowboys. How about that? That just shows you how bad the Cowboys are. The Giants put 37 points up on the Cowboys. Russell Wilson throws. It's 4th down! Why are you throwing it out of the back of the end zone? Oh. Oh my God. It's 4th and goal from your own fucking 11-yard line. And you throw the ball away. Like, even if you throw a fucking pick, at least you tried to fit it into somebody. You have no other downs. There's no 5th down. This isn't Colorado in 1990. You don't get a 5th down. And what do? Russell Wilson threw more footballs to the back wall of the end zone at MetLife Stadium in that goal-to-goal situation than to any living human being. Dude, fucking sports talk radio tomorrow morning is going to be fucking fire. If you have a chance to go to the app, go tomorrow. It's going to be 6 a.m. New York time, so 5 a.m. Midwest there. If you're anywhere else, I don't know. But 6 a.m. Eastern, if you have a chance to go listen to WFAN app online, just go to WFAN. Listen to New York radio tomorrow. That's going to be probably the most fun you'll ever have because people, the hosts, the callers, everybody's going to be losing their mind. Absolutely. If just for your pure entertainment's sake, go listen to New York Sports Radio tomorrow morning. I promise you won't regret it. Because this is fucking absurd. Fucking absurd. And if that isn't just the topper on the cake of Russell Wilson on a 4th and goal where you're going to lose the game anyway, but at least you might try to do something. You throw it away on 4th and goal. Dable is a fucking terrible coach. And the thing that should seal it for Mara is seeing what Daniel Jones is doing in Indianapolis and seeing what the Giants are still doing now. That should be what seals it. Giants are taking timeouts like it fucking matters. Just stop. Let the fucking clock run. End the fucking game. I think McDaniel actually. I agree with you on that one, Crafty. I think McDaniel, especially what the Dolphins played against the Bills, they comported themselves well against one of the better teams. The only time the Giants have looked somewhat competent, And again, they still made plenty of mistakes between penalties, undisciplined play, and Russell Wilson screwing up in the last possible moment, in the worst possible way. Like that's the only time the Giants looked like a somewhat passable team, and even then, the defense gave up fucking 40 points in that game, and could not stop the Cowboys to save their lives. So on top of all of that, like, yeah, this entire Giants staff needs to go. Giants take their final timeout with 2:18 remaining. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Nothing matters. Right, Pepper Jack? Nothing matters. You hear anything from the sister over there? No? I bet you her ass switched into a Chiefs shirt halfway through the fucking game, knowing her. I bet you that. I'll bet you that $1 million. ELS, you don't think so? You don't think McDaniels bought himself a little time with that Bills performance? I think so. I do. I think he did. Third and 4, Mahomes, deep ball. Should have been intercepted, but wasn't. That would have been a big play for the Giants to intercept that ball. 4th and 4, 2:14 left in the game. And to be fair, Jimbo's team should have lost if it wasn't for the ref sucking their ass and Russell Wilson buttoning up his helmet again. Going to the game, boy, whatever Giants fans might be left in that crowd, it's probably mostly Chiefs fans at this point, but whatever Giants fans are left in that crowd, I know nobody's watching this, but I hope you boo as loud as you can boo, because at this point, I would put in fucking Jameis. Like, what do we do? Like, here's the thing: if you don't want to start Jackson Dart next week, that's fine. Then put in Jameis. At least Jameis will make it fun to fucking watch. And the Giants roughed the kicker. Olszewski gets it. No flag on that? Like 3 Giants hit the fucking kicker. That should have been a flag, at least for running into, and that would have been 5 yards and a first down. That should have been a flag. Hamster said, I don't think that I picked the Lions to win tomorrow, Hamster. So, and what have we said? What have we said this entire stream? I'm always right. Except about the Bengals and the Falcons and a couple other teams today, but I'm always right. Giants false start, of course it is. Giants. Even in garbage time, the Giants can't get out of their own way. Nah, Hamster, I think that the Lions are still a good team. Malik Neighbors gets fucking lit up, but catches the ball. And that's the 2-minute warning. Giants have no timeouts and Russell Wilson at our quarterback, so. Next Sunday will be fun. Either way, no matter what happens, because Mike is going back to Dallas, or Arlington, sorry. Oh, yeah, and this is, you think, like, not just the Giants. The Giants will be a great reason to listen to New York Sports Talk tomorrow. But also the Giants and Jets, again, both teams starting off to 0-6 to start the season, as usual. Like, again, this is something that is just kind of used to here, both the Giants and Jets sucking dick. And boy, again, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun listening to people lose their shit. I hate fucking watching football. Well, I hate fucking watching Giants football. Let me say that. I hate watching Giants football. Russell Wilson can't do shit. Fucking sucks. Throws to Scatterbo. Fucking hospital ball to Scatterbo. Good job, Russell. Try to injure everybody while you're also on the way out. Thanks a lot, you fucking dick. Third and 8. Thrown. Intercepted! Oh, it's incomplete. I thought he caught that. That looked like he got underneath it, but I guess not. 4th and 6. Boy, here's the game. 4th and 6. Ooh, big drama coming up. Yeah, no, that went right through. Okay. I hope I wake up tomorrow with the Giants having fired everybody, having Shane gone, Daboll gone. Who's our defensive? Shane Bowen, whoever. The fucking Kafka. I want them all gone. Just get rid of everybody. And Wilson gets sacked to end the game. Just like how we kind of threw the ball away on the last 4th down. This one, he takes a sack on 4th down. I told everybody, I said, don't worry about it. Chiefs aren't going down 0-3. So they keep pace with the rest of the AFC West. That's not the Chargers. They're going to be 1-2, same as the Raiders and same as the Broncos, but still all 3 of them are 2 games back of the Chargers, and they've all lost already a game to the Chargers. I don't know. Anybody who I would have wanted to be the head coach of the Giants got hired in this last hiring stream, so I don't know. I don't know who to be available. I don't know who'd be interim for them right now. I have no idea. And I don't know who would be out there as like a permanent coach in the offseason to really get them, or who would be available and who looks good right now. I think it's too early this year to find out who would be available and who would do it. So I think that's too early. All I know is that I don't want these assholes to be there. At this point, just get rid of them, and then we'll worry about what happens the rest of the season. But you have to show the fans that you give a shit, and you should have done that in January, and you should have fired Daboll and Schoen in January, and you fucking didn't. And you showed the fans there that you didn't give a shit about them, and then fans got fooled by the preseason. They got fooled by this team and thought, oh, maybe. Even with a brutal schedule, you had people thinking, oh, maybe. And what do we have? 0-3. 2 absolute anemic performances from this Giants offense and Russell Wilson. And the only time that we even looked good was because we were playing fucking apparently terrible Dallas. And even then, our defense was so bad that we couldn't stop Dallas. And now you have a Chiefs team coming here limping, not looking good. Still didn't look good in this game. Let's be honest. The Chiefs did not look great in this game. The Chiefs did not look good. And the Giants still outsucked the Chiefs. 22-9, the final score. Chiefs beat the New York Football Giants. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for this painful fucking in Denver. This is two straight Sunday night games that have been fucking ass. And at least next week, we'll have the Micah Parsons storyline to fucking sink our teeth into, and that'll be fun to watch. But until then, I got nothing. I've said everything I needed to say, I think, in the last quarter. I've got everything out. We'll see if Daboll gets fired. I certainly hope so. I'll be maybe waiting online a little bit to see the room. I might go into one of the other Discords I'm part of. If anybody's in the rubber room or part of that, you could see that. Go in there. I might go in there and just vent about this whole particular situation. But until then, And until tomorrow, where me and Jimbo will go ahead and review all of Sunday's weird fucking action here. My name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports, and thank you for joining us and sticking through for this entire fucking ordeal. But we will see you tomorrow here on Stay Tuned Sports. I will see you then mañana. Adios and good night, everybody.